They can hear us.
They can hear us? Fuck.
Yes.
Alright. Well, in that case, how about we start with a recap?
A recap? We never do that.
Never. It's entirely new ground.
I'll do a recap. He says
this.
without having his notes open. There they are. So we started last session shortly after defeating the bookkeeper / necromantess Voz and her skeleton buddies. We started looking around, trying to figure out what the hell was going on. Oh, that's my food. Someone else take over.
So we started looking around the place where she escaped or was hiding. We found some books, some items, some useful stuff. Afterwards, we took her body and some of the bounties back to the city and reported them into the council.
Success.
Success. Mission completed.
We will get the reward money in 8 to 12 business days.
Yeah. The necromancer box was doing some research regarding the All-Star rings and some necromancy stuff, obviously. And there was also notes them sending their skeleton, zombies, whatever undead into this cavern behind the outpost, where the suspected Alcetta's rings were. After days rest and from Laurentius' part, dubious amounts of drinking for her guilty conscience, the body returned into midday back to these caverns to look around for them. Our first encounter was some kind of cave spiders, and our second encounter was more entertaining. A Renali, a spider lady, or a shapeshifter, or something like that can turn from a human to a spider and something between. They seem to be in, how would I say it, get trapped.
They're stranded
from
here.
the stranded from the Alcetta's gate to here from some distant jungle area, as far as I understand.
As unfortunately, the cultists seem to have taken over the ring.
Yes. She told us that there were some kind of guardian, stone guardians or something, golem guardians, and then there was the cultist group and their leader, and then there was some kind of demon fiend also guarding the entrance past them.
We dealt with one of those.
Yes. We did some looking around and found this demon happened to be a creator park heist. And the party ended, the usual matter of combat, which somehow, by sheer luck, Laurentius did 3 critical power attacks, and it was amazing.
How do you feel having the highest possible attack bonus in the game?
Oh, it's a wonderful. I love it. Fucking great. And with that luck, we successfully dealt with Park Heist and find some loot, some stuff. Armor, tokens, gems, healer's glove, 1 web, and the session ended there.
Laurentius equipped himself a new breastplate.
Yeah.
I feel like I probably actually still want to heal up a little bit, but yeah.
I mean, I don't need healing, but we can move further.
I did not take any damage, so
I'm the only one who's hurt, admittedly, so very self-interested. But...
Would you like me to do a medicine check for you?
The last 2 medicine checks have not instilled me with confidence.
But this time, I have a magical item.
Haven't instilled me with confidence. Look, Lux has been critically failed twice and stabbed twice.
Let's
I
go for
mean-
3 though.
At
So
this point, he
who-
might be
who
he might be better off waiting for his own self healing.
Yeah. Who has given you the medical set? Alicia has given you the medical set and
Dax.
Dax. So, do you want Laurentius to give you the medicine check?
Let's go for 3. 3 for 3.
Is Laurentius even trained in medicine?
I am trained in medicine.
Oh boy, can everyone crit fail, leaving Lux all by himself on healing?
Well, we shall see. Do you want it or not?
I mean, it would be nice to get healed up and then also restore the focus point as well.
Sure. Let's give it a go. There we go.
Hey, that's a crit.
You critically succeeded! Somebody is competent around here.
Good job. That's the best roll we're going to see all night, isn't it?
Oh, it might be.
Hopefully not.
Hey, no jinxing. No jinxing.
I want my luck to continue.
Well,
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
at least
why
it's
don't you
book.
go ahead and roll?
Here, I'll knock on some wood.
Why don't you roll my healing of 4d8?
4 ones come up.
You might. Yeah, 4d8 from Laurentius. And 10.
There it is.
That's good.
I mean, I'll take it.
All 3
I
ones.
mean, it's 3 ones.
I'll still take it, however.
I mean, 3 1 so 7. It's not that bad.
It wasn't a full heal, but I'll take it.
As averages go, that is half of average. Less than
Yeah,
half
no,
of an
yeah.
average.
It's still not bad. You're almost
your shield-
It's true.
Your shield didn't take any damage?
No, Laurentius was the one getting punched at, and I kept protecting Laurentius, mostly.
True.
Ah, okay. Well, in that case, Alicia's gonna spend the 10 minutes preparing the greater Bargas for dissection.
I mean, that's going to be a multi-day project, let's be honest, so...
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah, absolutely will be.
I use
set
that-
up in a way so it can drain some blood while we're away.
Sure. Yeah, I spend that 10 minutes just gaining back my focus point while I'm being stitched up.
You know,
Praying
Stitch it
that,
on the-
praying that Laurentius does not stab me like the others did.
No, you are getting an overdose of alcohol.
hold the corpse behind the chair, hang it
actually,
up so the blood drips down.
I can totally see that. Laurentius' form of healing is firstly, here, have this shot, it's going to help numb the pain. Secondly,
Have you checked?
So
secondly,
you can't feel the stab coming.
secondly, here's some alcohol to clean the wound. Here's some
Don't
alcohol
we
to
have this shot again?
here's some alcohol to clean your tools.
Yeah, might be the way.
How much high proof alcohol are you carrying? Enough?
Only 6 bottles at the moment.
Hmm.
I don't
should
know
be
if they're
6
called
bottles.
high count alcohol. I think the part of his problem is not having.
Oh, I only have 2 bottles. I drank so many last time.
Yeah, remember you couldn't get drunk.
You did
Yeah.
you did kind of take them back like tequila shots.
And it no effect. Oh boy.
Oh, the Banes of an Adventurer. Your alcohol's going to get more and more expensive.
I mean, I will get more
Whatever
money,
shall you do?
hopefully. Like, where else do I spend my money?
I propose Laurentius has to work to get a... Laurentius eventually gets a follower in the castle who is just an alchemist whose only job is to produce alcohol.
Just booze alchemist? Yeah.
I mean, why would I get an alchemist when I get something like a brewer?
I mean, fine, but the
Who is
point
an
is you need to
alcoholist?
get someone who's like an expert, or at least like mastering crafting to like specifically just alcohol.
Because
Just to be
It's
able
cheaper.
to do it. Mhm.
it's cheaper as an alchemist.
I mean,
I
It's
mean,
effectively free alcohol.
yeah, but
I mean, the main thing as long as they can make stronger alcohols.
Mhm.
Also, I'm partly
No.
delaying because waiting for sheep to come back. But
I think she's back.
I am here. I'm just frantically
oh, that's fine.
Eating.
go
Yeah.
Eating.
go
That
back
is
to my-
fine.
I didn't know if you'd gotten back with your food yet.
I'll tell you what, though. So, Sheep's at his desk, even if he's eating, which is perfectly fine. How about I unpause the game and allow you all to continue your travels?
Another
Having looted a disgusting little, treasure trove.
another unprecedented.
We did spend 10 minutes patching up the luck, so
Yep. And spending some time healing each other. You're free to move around. kind of depressing around here, surrounded by goblin bodies.
So that's the first thing trying to kill us down.
Interesting. As she's poking the corpse, trying to leverage it in a way so it can drain some blood.
What?
It's sort of the blood oozes. It's coagulating quite quickly, and in its black ichor like fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you?
She will.
Why do you always
well-
do that, Alicia?
She looks up from the her next subject. Oh, well, I'm quite interested in how to see it. Well, it functions. I don't believe this is a native creature. I could be wrong. There are, but as for why, curiosity mostly.
Well, don't get yourself killed.
Anyway, I guess.
What's this new text doing here?
I added it.
What's going on with this?
I make a note where I dropped the bracelet. The
Oh.
normal one. For selling later on.
Yeah,
So I
the
remember.
text has an issue that it doesn't update for the rest of us, so it just
Oh.
says new text for us.
That's
I
hilarious.
see.
It will update eventually, but when we don't know. Yeah, and assuming you can get yourself away from the body, Alicia, let's keep moving.
Give me a moment just to drain the blood. Once she's finished setting that up, she will follow behind.
It's weird, you're treating it like you would a deer or something.
Deers don't get this big. It's like a bear.
Actually,
mean, yes, but I
there
don't-
are some deers that do get that big.
I
They're rare,
doubt they are-
but
I doubt they are just a deer.
I use deer more because I don't know the last time I've tried like hunting and draining a bear fully.
I was in my 20s when I did it last time.
oh yes. How did you ever follow up on that bear?
He's doing really well.
Oh, good.
I'm naming him Sir Grizzleworth for now.
So
She just
this is
tilts her head and
what?
says, "Isn't that bit redundant?"
Shrugs. He seems like the name, and it made me laugh. So that's all I need.
She shrugs. Once she has set the corpse up just right so it can drain most of its blood. Probably not too hard since Laurentius has taken an axe to it. So
It is like its shoulder is practically gone, and it's barely holding together, and most of the blood is already seeping into the rock.
Good.
So,
Just what we needed, demon shanks.
Should I, go first because I have the light? Lux?
so before you, the tunnel widens, and it seems to drop in a series of 10-foot high cliffs, eventually making its way down to a chamber that's filled with like a fine hair-like filament and mushrooms. The filaments look like bleached grass and wave erratically with the cave's natural air current. The mushrooms do glow slightly, giving the cave a strange, dreamlike feel. And you can see, or we'll see as you take a step forward, to the south is a 7-foot wide hole in the floor that seems to just descend.
Do I recognize anything about like these weird filaments or mushroom things? Definitely not nature.
Roll.
I don't think.
Roll me a survival.
Oh, survival, not nature. Okay.
It's indeed a survival here.
Not the greatest.
Can I give it?
Alright, actually, sorry. Reading it wrong. No, it would be nature would help you distinguish these.
Do you want me to roll again, or should we just, or do you want just the updated bonus?
I roll again. That's fine.
Not much better.
Not much better.
Probably worse, even though it's a higher number.
I mean, the point is, either way, the answer is Lux knows nothing.
Yeah, Laurentius, you do know something though. These mushrooms, if touched, they sort of spray out with like an itchy, like it sort of sprays itself out, and sticks to you, creating a itchy, glowing, sort of annoyingly distracting effect on you. And you know that it has an effect to make you feel quite nauseous from the itching, as well as distracting you quite severely just with how it glows and catching your eye. With that roll, you'd know that it would potentially sicken and stupefy you. You do know that you can remove like a patch of it without triggering the mushrooms. Quite difficult. And just so you know that it's in the like final chamber, as it were, just down here. It's only down here. And it seems like then you do recall that if they're cold, like in the winter, they don't tend to react. Only when it's like frosted outside, though.
So about these scrooms down there, they have a nasty ability of, getting all over the place when you give them touch, spraying and sporing. They don't like gold, so we have two options. If somebody has a spell for that or stuff for that, or we can try to remove them, or we can throw away like a piece of rock or something there and let it explode and wait the calm, but that would take time.
We could try some frost magic. That's easy enough.
Well, the floor is yours. I don't have that kind of spells or any.
All right, Dex will head in front and see what happens if we just cast Ray of Frost. Phew.
Go for
it. Attack.
Roll. Yeah, roll me the attack and the damage.
It's a 1. What does that even mean?
You strike the wall behind it, You behind the field of mushrooms. You don't actually hit any of them.
This is
Well,
all
yes.
Haldamir's fault. He cursed us at the beginning of the session.
Laurentius, did you spot also something there in the back?
Well, let me just try again, I suppose. That's better.
It's much better.
10 frost.
You do hit. Yeah, you
Cool.
do hit, and it seems to it seems to not like the mushrooms that are hit, and even the surrounding ones like shirk back from that cold damage. Seems like you could quite easily like probably step like say you hit here, you could step in that 5-foot square quite easily. Maybe even one next to it with the 10 cold damage.
Alicia will pipe up. I could just throw a bomb in there and burn it all.
Do you have a frost bomb?
No, I said burn, not freeze.
But wouldn't that just, explode other spores?
It might very well make it worse, not better. If cold works, who knows what fire does? We don't want these things to spread because they love fire or something along those lines.
Unless it's adapted in some way to fire, I doubt that's a concern. But if you're fine doing that, then I won't stop you.
Let's go with the safe option for now.
Yes. I was curious to consider that you have been thinking about stopping me. Would you rather see what happens if you throw a bomb?
Perhaps on the way back.
That's fair enough. Dex will
I would
continue Ray of Frosting.
All right.
She will gingerly climb down slowly and cautiously.
You managed to clear. I think you've cleared about like 4/5 of the
4/5.
of the space. Yeah.
All right, then 6 seconds later, let's take care of the last fish. There you go. Number 10.
All right. Yep. You don't see any more glowing mushrooms to your eyes.
If I go like here to the edge, can I see down the hole? If there's wall with mushrooms.
It is. It is not lined with mushrooms. However, it is pretty smooth. Like the hole down seems pretty smooth and would be quite difficult to climb up, you think. It's probably safe to assume that Renali was able to in a spider form. But for most others who don't have like a climb speed, it would be incredibly difficult to climb up.
Good thing we got rope.
That's what I was just thinking.
A rope and a wall, you can always brace your way up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
we're in no hurry. We can get a rope, put some knots in it, fix it properly. As long as nobody sabotages it, we should be able to climb out at any point.
So Halldamir,
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, what?
No, I was just thinking about.
so we sent Alicia first.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, I got rope, so
Yeah.
I
How
can...
deep does the hole appear to be?
It appears to be about 20 feet deep.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. We could do that with a single 50-foot rope knotted. Perfect.
Yeah, she'll She'll
Yep.
use her rope because shedding some of the weight she has would be nice.
Okay.
And then presumably we can find something up here we can drive a piton into the wall with and... call
You
it
could
quits.
even use some stalagmites.
That's
There's
not
plenty around here.
one of those that could possibly,
We anchor the rope.
Nah.
Anchor the rope. That is fine.
This, kids, is why your party should always contain at least 2 ropes.
I'm of the opinion 3 ropes.
1 rope per 2 characters?
Mm,
I guess, if nothing else, at least 2. Minimum of 2. But more than her. You need some kind of check for the roping and then going down.
Nope, you can for the going down part, you're just taking your time, just slowly heading down.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who's going first then?
I mean, I would recommend Lux goes first.
Yeah, I think I will
And
hold the line going down.
I love the tentativeness of this whole thing right now.
Yeah, I can stay up
I-
here and keep the rope.
As it stands,
check.
Lux will... It makes sense for Lux to volunteer here, so he'll go forward, make a quick prayer to his god and questioning why his god forces him to also lead the charge. And make
Well,
well, you're the second smallest, and setting Dax first doesn't seem like a bright idea.
somehow I don't feel like
Yeah.
Dax wants to dive into a dark hole.
I mean, it's not
It's not dark for him.
It's still dark.
True.
He just gets to see the horrors.
I guess that's true. But Laurentius is gonna stay up and repair the.
Alicia will just say, "Shout if you need me to drop something inside."
Yeah.
I don't know if I want you to drop a bomb on my head.
And Lux would remember that, of course, one of the edicts of his god is to lead the charge in battle.
Exactly.
He's just doing.
He can still question why he follows the edict, but that's a different issue.
That's true. That's valid. All right. So, Lux descends on the rope. It's mediocre work going down a knotted rope.
Especially one braced against a wall
Doesn't.
like this.
It's not.
Yeah, I'm also keeping a hold on the
Exactly.
rope, just in case.
Yeah,
It's simple. So, mhm.
Real quick, as Lux is disappearing to the hole, Dex finally stops pondering and says, "I mean, I'm not opposed to going first, but I do feel like Lux is already halfway down." So
As far as I know from adventurers, you don't sell the Bellcaster first. But you are the adventurer, so you might know the better.
No, you're correct. The spellcaster generally is in the middle or to the back.
I sure do enjoy being reduced to this spellcaster.
I was generalizing. You are a great dragon, or the servant of a great dragon.
Aren't all dragons spellcasters?
No, they're dragons.
Yeah, exactly. Because someone is able to cast spells doesn't make them a generalized spellcaster who has to be protected by. I mean, it fits in this case, but that's besides the point.
I can cast spells. Lux calls up from the hole.
I thought you haven't figured it out yet.
I'm trying.
That doesn't make you a spellcaster then.
I could chuck a spell.
I guess that count as a trainee spellcaster.
Have you reached the bottom yet?
Have I?
Yes, he does in fact reach the bottom. I was just letting you guys segue for that.
I land. I look around.
You land, look around, and this area seems to have perhaps once been like a small complex of rooms. But what their original use could be is beyond you. It seems that some ancient catastrophe seems to have melted the walls in place, leaving behind a half-demolished complex. In the few places where walls are still intact, however, the delicate carving indicate that whoever once built these rooms was a skilled artisan. And you can't see much past that.
So, not to go like full storybook on us, but like we've got a ruin of like an ancient ruin here. It's actually kind of pretty, but also kind of destroyed.
Well,
And kind of
Hold
As-
on, I'm coming.
as you speak, you draw the attention of some new friends, I'm going to call them,
Oh, good.
as we enter initiative.
Oh.
For around the corner,
Yeah, looks like Alicia's not on the ball this time.
from around the corner, a one of the Trailqua steps out, seemingly having heard you, and will shout a war cry saying, "The Sorrow Maker will taste your blood." As in fact, he starts us off here.
Rude.
He rolled incredibly well.
So a 20.
I mean, he also threatened to come murder us. So rude.
Yeah, that is factual. No, what he is going to do is first, he's going to target Lux, and then he's going to do one of these. This one. That's the one. I'm rolling it. No, I'm putting these all in the wrong roll mode, aren't I? Let me fix that. There we go.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
Should I assume this is the second level version coming at my face? The second 2-action version, I should say, coming at my face.
It seems that he is only using semantic at the moment. No, it is 2. Sorry, I've pressed the wrong one.
Yep.
Let me just change. Yeah, because it's touch. So that.
Which this is the mean part.
Yes. So fortitude save, please.
Divine Grace.
Oh,
Natural 20.
easy,
Which I'm glad about because
easy.
that is something like 3d8 plus 24.
Yeah, easy for.
So what does a
luck.
critical success do?
No damage.
Yeah.
As that spell comes at Lux and like Lux kind of panically throws out his hand. Like you see the holy symbol around his neck flash slightly, and the divine grace just blocks it in time.
Yeah, so he frowns, but accepts his lot. Actually, let me just make him visible on that. Dax, you hear spell casting down the hole.
He sure does. I mean, how difficult is it to climb down here?
It only requires an action as you are adjacent to the hole. So you can just go down.
All right, then Dex will hurry down.
We'll pop you here. It's a bit cramped now.
Yeah, it sure is. Dex climbs down, sees the commotion, isn't entirely sure what to do here. As he will cast. Do I just do that? He'll cast invisibility on himself.
Okay.
They see a kobold. They don't see a kobold.
Like Dex climbs down. Like Lux, what? Oh damn! Before Dex disappears.
I look behind me to go, like, respond to you. I see nothing. I look very confused.
All right. A monkey person appears, stepping out of the darkness, and makes his way over to Lux, and will attack him and critically miss. Nice. Renali kindly says after you, Laurentius.
Can I get down from this hole from this, or do I have to make like a 5-4 step and then a move?
You have to move. I'm afraid you're not
So
not
that'd be a
quite
step, then a climb
at the
action.
hole. Yep.
Great.
And I will make things easier by opening a secret door for you.
Yeah, I guess I then make an action of moving and going down. That's 2 actions.
Yes.
Ambos?
So I think Laurentius could squeeze here as he comes down, but that if Alicia tried to get down, she would be very squished right now.
I mean, there's
Well,
no one
it's
behind me, so clearly she can go there, right?
It's a good thing
That's
that
true.
I'm on a ledge anyway, so I have to climb down from something. So
That's true.
1 attack.
There was a Dax behind me, but he just went poof, so...
I guess I don't want to rush ahead. I could, but I don't want to. So let me try to kill this monkey. Sharoka. Killing shot.
All right. You certainly whack it.
End of my turn.
Alicia will climb down, which I assume takes an action. And I cannot move.
What, down the 10-foot?
Yes.
Why can't you make a token?
I don't know.
So
What's happened with your token?
I mean, if
Oh,
you can,
okay.
you can climb
Can you
straight
move it
plateau,
now?
but you'll be like, climb. Still.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, so you could be there.
Obviously, there's nowhere really for you to land now.
Nope.
She won't climb down yet. She'll just everything all right down there? She'll call into the hole, but otherwise she'll wait at the top. Her bombs and weapons do not work well in enclosed spaces, so she's gonna wait in the top and wait for the things to settle.
Everything all right? She shouts down the hole as she hears monkey screeches and fighting noises.
That is very accurate.
She
This
offered to chuck a bomb
monkey
down there.
appears out of the darkness and comes. Oh damn! It's just slightly out of reach for what it wanted to do. Make it work. Make it work as it attacks Laurentius and misses. All right. Wow. And that's his 3 turns. So that's a double move. Or 3 actions. Lux.
Stupid monkeys. What? I literally just got here. Lux just seems offended. Fine. Then I'll show you what Ragafil can do then. As Lux is going to go ahead and kind of brandish his blade in a slightly intimidating manner at the monkey in front of him. Also, sorry, the skill actions have disappeared from my sheet again, as always.
The workbench. Probably
Yeah.
updated.
To re-enable and reload.
1 second.
Mm,
I'm going to reactivate it because it's nice to actually have the button to do this.
Yes, that is true. Buttons are nice.
Stream has lost the chat window, but that's fine. I'll re-enable it afterwards.
I'm sure they'll live.
Don't need the calendar. So first thing, attempt to scare monkey.
Attempt scare monk.
Dang.
Monk not afraid.
Well, worth a try. Fine. Monkey will get sword instead.
Surprisingly
Monkey
effective.
scared of sword.
Monkey
Oh,
should
God.
have gone for it.
that's a natural
Oh.
20.
It is.
Oh, Lord.
Did not roll the well, though.
Monkey barely alive. Monkey scared. not mechanically, but deep in his heart, he's scared.
And then he can get... And then punch the... Or miss.
You know. Lux can't always be a badass.
No. I mean, so honestly, Lux is mostly flailing, but he's somehow succeeding in flailing, so, all good.
You know, that's fine, I reckon. Righto. You hear that awful croaking sound that you encountered in the crypt. As it comes over here and then emits a terrifying croak. Will saves, please, everybody.
Okay.
I'm safe.
Yes, you are safe.
Part of the reason why Alicia didn't want to go down there when she heard the monkeys.
Everyone succeeds. You're now immune for a minute. So lucky you guys.
It does say those who critically succeed are temporarily immune.
Oh, critics. Yes. Well,
There's still
Laurentius did,
2 of us.
and Dax did. Lux, not quite. Very, very close.
I'm not immune, but I think I'll be
You're
fine.
not immune. Yes, you are fine. The Bogard is sad at its failed attempts to scare you, though. This one is finding itself in a bit of a pickle. It can't really get
Oh,
in
so
there where it likes to, but it pulls out a sling and throws a sling like a stone at Lux, hitting for a massive 5 hit points.
Ow.
Gonna raise the shield.
All right, and then it is this guy's turn. Yes, it is this guy's turn, and he will first of all step up here. Yep, that seems pertinent to this. And then casts a spell.
I knew
Oh,
it.
I saw that coming.
I knew it.
I mean,
And he seems to not care too much about his buddies. Actually, before I place this, let me close the door because it's
Yes,
not actually
thank
a
you.
door.
Thank you.
But it's very unfortunate. So Dex saves, please,
If I may,
including for his friends.
Great.
Bye,
Yes,
Dax.
you may.
Bye, Dax.
my god has a domain of fire. I do not consent.
I don't
Yeah.
have.
That's a failure on Lux's half
Oh, I
as
know
well.
that's a critical failure. I'm going to reroll
That's
that.
a critical failure. Yep.
Not a crit failure.
Not a crit failure. Wait, what? The
You
20.
rolled that so often.
I'm so confused.
I don't know why it's
Okay, so
rerolled. I don't know why it's rerolled all of them. What?
you rolled a 12 and got a 23. That's the first reroll.
We'll go with that one then. I don't know what it's done though.
We'll go with that. That's fine. All right. So you got a 23, which means you succeeded.
Okay.
I'm gonna hero point mine as well. Where did
Okay.
my save go? Someone deleted my
It's
save.
further.
It's further up.
Oh no, it's there. Sorry.
It's further up. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
24.
Very good.
Hey.
Very good.
Maybe Dax won't die.
Maybe
No,
Dax won't die.
I'll be fine. Oh,
Alright.
if I had known this, I would have.
Half.
Oh well.
It's fine. It's just
Half on success, right?
Yeah, it's just half.
So
Yes.
it's just half. It's fine. Don't worry,
Oh,
everybody.
that's not bad at all.
It's, he rolled very mediocre
In fairness, you
on
got
that damage.
in fact, your highest dice was a 4.
Could be worse.
And on a critical failure, I guess that's
Critical failure is double damage.
double damage. Yeah, that seems accurate. So that one is completely incinerated by this.
That's why I was terrified of a critical failure, because I did not want to get nuked.
I was waiting for it.
I remember what happened
And
last
this one
critical failure to a
succeeded.
spell. No.
Yes, I know.
So, with that done, let me
I was saying I kind of want the halfling ability to reroll nat ones now.
Alicia will take a step back as a blast of hot air and a little bit of fire comes up the hole. Say, oh,
I don't think they're all right, Alicia. Renali says.
Yeah, they are not. What are we gonna do here? Some little grease, I think, is in order. First of all, Dax will, presumably in response to the fireball, maybe preparing for another, call upon some of his draconic heritage here, or his draconic bloodline, and use his focus spell. Which none of you can see happen, but he grows more vicious claws, and his scales turn slightly more gold as he gets claws and also some fire resistance, more importantly. That is one action. The last actions will be spent on a summoning of grease, which we will, 4 continuous 5-foot squares. We will do something like, where is... Did the template tool disappear?
No, shouldn't have.
No, is that?
Am I blind? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's underneath measurement controls.
So we'll put those 4 squares like here. I just put one here as well, and on that guy. Why not? Like so.
Tetris piece.
All right.
They will have to roll some reflex saves.
Both fail.
They are then prone,
All right.
and Dax's invisibility disappears. That was definitely our selection.
Why is it paused? I must have pressed the pause button by mistake.
Or the fireball,
Oh, he crit failed. He's so prone.
He's extra prone.
And yeah, that'll be his turn.
Renali says, after you, Alicia. Because this isn't her jam, as it turns out.
It isn't hers either, so.
Laurentius.
She offered to go ahead of Dax, but Dax just decided to jump in, so.
See. Sure, let's be somewhat chargy, and I'm going to try barreling jars to get here. So that's 1, 2 guys maybe, depending on the status check.
You only tend to move
At
through
least
one
one.
guy's. You only move through one guy's space.
Yes, the Sarai guy at least is the one of that I need to do the check for.
Yeah.
Uh,
Alright. So, athletics check.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you make it.
And you just
As,
push the monkey to a side and keep running.
Yeah, push him into the wall, and as the axe goes down, I'm gonna take this one chance to hit that guy that seems to be dressed better than the others. So most likely is the leader.
Does he actually get moved aside?
Doesn't say so.
Doesn't say so.
Doesn't
It just
know.
says move through. Alright,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, I moved through so with that barrel charge.
That's a good move, making use of the prone.
Alright, yeah.
Some damage, and now I'm also provoking. That's really good. And that is the end of my turn.
It's a nice positioning move. So.
Yeah, that's why I took it.
I am assuming there's still no more space for her Alicia to get
And you can
down.
move where Laurentius was.
There is. Yeah, where Laurentius was is good, actually.
Okay. She will take an action if you want to pop me down there.
Yes.
And
Here we are.
yeah. She's going to immediately throw a bomb at on the guy in the ground if Foundry would like to respond to my inquiries. There we go. She will use an action to draw a bomb. And then let's see, where are my attacks? There they are. Use something different. Draw that. And strike excluding splash damage.
Okay.
Oh.
Just misses.
You know what? Let's re-roll that. Because I don't use a
Alright.
hero point often enough. And that's a crit fail.
Extra misses.
Congratulations, you hit the ceiling.
So he doesn't even get splash damage. So
Mm-mm.
it's just a flat out failure.
He just doesn't get hit.
As
Unfortunate.
as a vapor explodes on the far wall and does nothing. And yeah, she will end her turn at that point. Being a body shield for Dax.
Well, this Tralqua is going to turn towards Laurentius, actually. And try and whip him. Hitting. Excellent. And now this weapon has a disarm feature. And I don't know, does that just allow him to
So
disarm?
it means you can use the weapon as,
You
as
can
an
use it.
instrument for the disarming.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He would have
You
to
would
roll,
have to take an
he would have
action.
to roll an athletics check. Please note he would take the multiple attack penalty versus Laurentius' fortitude DC.
Yeah, if you mouse over it, it tells you all about it.
Yes, that is true.
Actually,
Alright,
I can even,
so here's
here's a disarm action for you.
Oh, perfect. So he's going to try exactly that.
So do I take damage or?
Still take the damage.
You take the damage. Yep.
He attacked you, now
He's
he's trying
just-
to disarm you.
Yes. And fails to. And then will not even bother to try anything further from that because his attack bonus sucks. You know what? No, you'll turn around to Alicia and with the third multi-attack penalty, miss. Yeah, you know, he tried. That's all that matters. Lux.
I step up,
Mm-hmm.
seeing the whip kind of fly towards Alicia, kind of block the way, and then we'll try to stab at the monkey.
Very nice. You stab the monkey, hurting it a lot.
Sadly, not killing it.
Not quite.
And then might as well go for follow-up on it. Yeah, I think so.
And that will kill the monkey.
The Return of the Fist spell.
Look, secondary unarmed attack, always useful. I have a gauntlet I can use.
Yeah, all right.
That was step, attack.
All right. This boggart now has a target close by, in fact,
It does.
for him to do boggart things. It will swing his Morning Star at Lux.
Yep.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
And we'll do the same again.
Rude.
It is a little, isn't it? And then we'll, third time's the charm? Ah, he tried. This one's on the floor. It will use its action to stand. Provoking.
I shall keep my attack opportunity for Malruk.
Alright. It will then strike out with its tongue. Missing. It's annoyed, so it'll try again. Missing again. Wow.
It hits the stone wall behind.
It's upset
Take a
by
rock.
this. Maybe it will roll really well.
It used 3 actions. Standing up is an action.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I like the
Alright.
idea it shot its tongue out. The tongue got stuck between 2 pieces of rock.
It's unfortunate for him. Alright. Malorant is in a tricky situation here, but he will stand up. He thinks he can take on this Laurentius fellow.
I guess I take my attack opportunity on that one.
Alright.
I think you would still be prone as you
That would be a
try.
trick, 'cause he'd been prone at the
You
time.
still
Yeah, that would be a crit. That is true,
So
so
that
I'll
would be
double that.
damage then.
He certainly feels that. He's not happy about that. So he will attack. Oh.
Since that is a crit, would the weapon critical effect go effective with sweep? Whatever it is.
Does it have a critical effect?
No, sweep is when you're attacking with multiple targets.
Yeah,
God,
sweep is
what
restricted to
this?
one target. But that said, axes as a whole have a critical effect.
Yes, and
What's that?
that should be on effect because I have the.
You are high enough
Marvel
level, yes, you
attack.
just didn't click the crit button, which would have told you that. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
So click it, one can see. creature adjacent to the initial target and within reach. If its AC is lower than your attack roll, results you deal damage to that creature equal to the result of the weapon damage die you rolled, including extra dice for its potency roll. If any, this amount isn't doubled. So
He rolled an 8
All
before,
damage.
so he would take 8 damage.
yes.
Yes.
As he cleaved from one guy to the next.
Wow, alright.
Very useful thing that I got from Mauler.
Apparently. Well, back to Malorunk. He's going to attack you with his gauntlets that seem to look like rather vicious claws. It's like a red gauntlet with tips of its fingers that are like claws. And hits for 12. And swings again critically.
Ooh,
Nat
that's
20.
bad.
That's bad.
Ooh.
Oh,
lot of
one
damage.
hit point. 1 hit point. Oh shit.
Good thing my initiative is next.
Well. Roll also. You need to roll me a fortitude saving throw as well. That's not said in the attack, but is a thing, and you make it.
He's had a lot of practice.
Yeah. So as it sort of strikes with that critical effect, it seems to almost like streak with fire in its swing. And the acrid smoke that comes off from this fire, like only tickles Laurentius's throat. Doesn't affect him, but it seems to have tried to. Dax.
Dax. It is time to do what I can.
Is it time to be a hero?
I mean, Laurentius is in trouble. Dax is gonna move.
That's a wall there.
That's like
Yeah,
a
that-
cubby.
It's hard to. No, I can't really reach him safely. Now I'll just have to resort to do a bit of spellcasting here. As Dex will cast Fear on the big ol' Malorunk. I'll use the scroll because I need to get rid of them at some point. Use. It's a DC 20 will save.
All right. He
Fails.
fails.
He is frightened too.
Good gosh. Frightened too.
And then with my remaining action, I'm gonna shout at this other boggart. Dex is gonna glare at him. You know, he has flung powerful magics, and that boggart should know that he is next. Doing some intimidation or demoralization, rather, against the boggart scout next to Laurentius there.
And what does that target again?
It targets will DC.
Will DC. All right, that affects it. Not quite critically.
But he will also be frightened.
Yes.
Very good. Mundanely frightened.
Mundanely frightened. Renali doesn't have any. She doesn't actually have any offensive spells right now.
Offensive would
but
be nice.
what she will do is cast invisibility and make her way down. She has a climb speed though, so she can actually move down. So she is invisible. Laurentius.
Laurentius looked this Malark guy, anger in his eyes, And it goes full on power attack. I'm gonna reroll that one.
Yeah.
Time for heroics.
Might as well. There we are. Almost.
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 Might as well go for the third attack. Maybe it hit. No. That is my turn.
So this is the moment I can kill Laurentius if I wanted to.
You have had multiple moments. For
I
that.
will note if you target him, I can retaliatory strike you.
That's true. That is true.
Splash damage isn't targeting.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
It doesn't need targeting technically because it requires you damaging him.
Okay. Well,
I mean, you
will,
can down me. You might not be able to kill me.
Also true.
I just have to not critically fail, and I could down you.
Yeah, but you're
But
not
yeah,
killing me.
I will exclude splash damage and only strike him, drawing another bomb.
Hmm.
See if this will work this time. Well, it doesn't work, but he still takes the splash damage.
4 on the splash.
Mm-hmm.
That feat's
Yeah,
paying off already.
I picked up a feat that lets me do that. Then she will draw another bomb, and that will be her turn. That's 3 actions.
I want to take him out, but on the other hand, if I miss, Laurentius is dead.
No, I'm just down, not dead.
We'll see how bad he crits you.
Rest in peace, Laurentius.
I will come and haunt you. Ghost of Laurentius.
How do I do that? No, I need to save Laurentius. I will move up, going back to back with Laurentius here. That's what Lux would do. Be the light of protection. Also, Laurentius, take this.
So good. Thank you, Lex.
You know what? Have this.
1 second, guys.
Oh, a second lay of hands. What?
I need to just
Also,
be right back.
and also make sure to apply the buff to yourself from lay on hands as well.
Do those stack?
Only
I
gets it
assume
once, but
not.
it does mean Laurentius is going to have 24 AC.
Well, that's fair.
That's all I can do for you.
Bonuses of the same type don't stack. They're both status bonuses.
Yeah.
It's also, you can't stack the same effect from the same... Like, if it comes from the same spell, it can never stack with itself anyway.
Nah.
Right, Laurentius looking healthier than Melarung. That's all I want.
Time to throw a fireball.
I mean, I have still attack of opportunity.
Yeah, Lux rushing forward and just like, heal.
Ah, so good. You saved me. Thank you, young Paladin.
I feel like I need to get like heal bombs and start chucking it at you guys.
I mean, just make a bomb that gives me the alcohol effect, so that will be heal me up.
That's a poison, and
Shouldn't be difficult for you.
I mean, if you want to get the right effect, it kind of is.
Alcoholical healing bomb. Yes, just sounds something like Alicia would do.
No,
Come on.
no. If she picked a different research field, maybe, but no.
I guess.
There's a reason most of her recipes are bombs.
That is true. That is true. Just like there's a reason why Laurentius just does power attacks. Mainly power attack. Is Halldamir away?
Yes.
Yeah.
You had to step away for a bit.
As the tension builds,
What does this Bogart do?
I mean, probably stab me statistically.
I mean,
He has a whip.
it
He
could
could he could strike for me. Yeah.
No, this guy had a whip, not the Bogart.
Alright, sorry about that. Okay.
It's your turn. Laurentius is looking significantly healthier all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, yes.
And also now has slight divine protection, giving him more AC.
Okay,
He is the biggest threat on the board.
He is indeed. Which is exactly why there's going to be a tongue lashing out at him. Hitting. You are now grabbed. But unlike with a normal grab, you aren't immobilized. But you can't move beyond the 10-foot reach.
Okay.
No damage?
No damage. That's all it wanted to do with its tongue.
Okay.
But it's with its Morning Star. It will attack Lux. Terribly, apparently. And this Bogard will attack Laurentius, because, yep, he's a serious threat. Just missing. And again. And again. I think that does frightened affect?
It affects everything, pretty much.
Affects everything, so yeah, that frightened saved Laurentius from some damage there.
Nice.
Frightened pretty much
Wonderful.
universally is just a -1 to literally everything.
Yeah. So Malarunk screams as he looks at
That's
Laurentius.
That said, though, I'm quite happy. Lay on hands protected Laurentius from one of those hits because it raised his AC to 24 base.
True. It says, kill me you might, but the rest of the Cinder Claws shall come, and they shall feed your flesh to the endless destruction. And we'll attack.
Guess I killed him before that.
We'll attack Laurentius
Yes.
for some damage.
Laurentius, reduce that by 5.
That's 6 damage.
And we'll do another 12.
That ate an entire lay on hands, but Laurentius is still up.
Still alive. Still alive.
And then with his final action,
That's a
we'll
manipulate.
heal.
That's a manipulate. I got
Yes.
You could
yeah,
kill him before
that's
he gets
true.
it off.
Fool.
Oh, just.
I was waiting for this.
Oh. Not
Oh,
quite.
Minimal
Not
damage.
quite. He only gets a net
1 hit point.
one hit point. You know, it was worth a shot.
Kept him alive for a moment.
As we'll go to Dax.
Finish him.
I have the spell for this. Do I actually know the spell? I don't. Oh no, if I use the scroll I can't. That's fine. Magic missile.
Oh no.
Lord have mercy on us all.
Die. 12 damage as 3 missiles come streaking towards him.
Alright, the first slams into him, and then the second kills him.
Wonderful. third missile hitting his lifeless body. That'll be Dex's turn as he
Best
smears towards the now dead leader of these guys. Oh, I don't think so. Not if I have anything to say about this. I've seen this coming, you know.
Renali will invisibly step up and then bite at the boggart, which seems in hindsight a terrible idea, but you know.
Ugh. You don't know where that thing has been.
And that's the bane of everyone with a bite attack.
It is indeed.
Especially true with a Bogart, though. Ugh.
Yeah, it's so true. It actually manages to hit it twice. Boop, boop, boop.
Can she go for a third? Oh wait, she already moved, so.
Yeah, she already moved, but it failed its save. So it has a persistent damage applied. And it's flat-footed. Laurentius.
Well, there's this still this frightened Bogart, so it's gonna get the business.
Don't believe it's frightened anymore, is it?
No, it will not be, actually.
No, this one. No.
So
Reduced
that
by
would
one.
miss. Yep.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna give it another attempt.
That hits, though.
And that is the end of my turn.
Alicia will put away the bombs now that this is no longer a threat and draw her Occupus and attempt to shoot this Bogart. Seems Rihanna, whatever, Rinali has that taken care of. Missing. And that is her turn. She is not effective this turn, this combat.
Okay, fun. I'm going to go ahead and stab at the scout next to Renali.
Yes. You kill it.
That one was grappling me.
Yes, that was also the one grabbing you.
Yes.
I'll then follow
you.
up with a backswing of the sword. The other one.
Natural 20. Oh, Dark. Cool it on the 20s, yeah?
Sorry, I doubt that 10 damage is enough to kill it.
It is just enough, actually.
Oh, also, I forgot I want to do this, but activating Desperate Prayer this turn also means which I get focus point back.
Nice.
And I mean, my last
Technically,
action...
you could have saved that Desperate Pair, but
No, but that was my plan anyway, so spending it.
oh, yeah.
And last action, just kind of worriedly look around for trouble.
Well, it seems to all go quiet.
Why is this not that? That. And then take that out so she can see a little bit better.
As Lux is kind of standing there back to back with Laurentius. Are we good?
All right.
I think we're good.
She will take a look at Laurentius and try to patch him up.
Perhaps we should see what else is in this room first before we bunker down, or we retreat a bit and look at Laurentius.
I would recommend retreating.
If we get attacked while we're in here, we're not in a great shape.
Sure. Dax, do you mind looking at the whatever that creature is?
I'll look at him, certainly.
At who?
First,
What?
cast Dispel. My 10 hit points back. Dax will look at what Malorunk had on his person.
Well, Malorunk had some interesting things on his person, actually. So I'll put these into the loot. First of all, is what seems to be pure gold religious symbol of Dahak, which could fetch a hefty 20 gold pieces. And he also has a couple items that are quite unique in appearance. So I'll pop these into actually our chat. So the first are his gauntlets, which look like such.
Dangerous.
And are in fact rather dangerous. And then lastly, there seems to be a sort of charm in the shape of like it's an arrowhead, or at least it looks like. In the sort of with a outstretched wings of a hawk. Again, I'll post a picture of it. It doesn't appear that it has like the hole at the top for an arrow shaft to go in. It seemed to have been held in like a pouch instead.
Well,
A key, perhaps.
I'll have a look at these while we retreat and treat Laurentius. Did he have any like documents on him? Any orders?
No, no paper.
No paper. Okay.
Nothing like do this sort of vibe.
As we're going up, I will just roll this medicine roll.
I will need athletics checks to get back up. If that is what you desire.
Okay, I'm staying down here forever.
Yeah, me too then. Yeah.
I guess I'm hunkering down here then.
It is trivial to get down, but it is harder to climb.
No, yeah.
I can get up and pull you up, but
But the point is
that's effectively what would have to happen.
I mean, I guess that's a bit. Does it look very difficult to get up?
We put like a knotted rope there, right?
Yeah, with the rope.
Yeah, you did. It looks reasonable.
Sure, I can give it a attempt. At most, we just stay down here.
Yeah, with your
17.
You in fact do not manage to make it up. You get most of the way up, about 15 feet. So you actually take 7 points of damage from the fall.
He feels unconscious.
Wait. Halldamir, an expert climber is failing to climb up at 20 feet of knotted rope. That doesn't seem right.
Let me just double check what the
certainly the wall behind it is very smooth.
Where the
but-
DC is.
But
It is.
Would I like
it
just
is
fall down, or
exceptionally-
could I just, climb up some distance, unable to go up, and then, why would I drop down? I don't
Slipping.
think that's...
Oh
Yeah,
no,
but-
sorry. I misread the climb. It's critical fail is the fall. So
No,
fail,
it's
you
not
just
fair.
don't make it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's more believable.
Yeah, because
Too
Yeah,
wounded to
I
actually
just misread the critical fail.
yeah, there is no failure condition. The failure condition is just nothing happens.
Yeah, just you don't make it up.
Laurentius
It
slides
seems
down.
like the smoothness of the hole is due to some fungus, effectively. It's not the same. It's not the same gloom glow mushrooms that you dealt with, but they sort of excrete like a substance that makes it quite difficult. Even Renali, with her actual climb speed, would have difficulty actually climbing this. She
Well-
can do it, but it takes some effort for her.
Guess we're staying down here for a moment, B.
Yeah, as I will try to not kill Laurentius. Failing, but not a critical fail.
However, since that would have taken 10 minutes at the end of the 10 minutes, guess what? I have another focus point. Laurentius have 12 hit points.
And Dax would like to try to identify these arrowheads.
So it is only one, but you can definitely
just
try and
one.
identify it. Yes.
That'd be Arcana, I guess.
Yes.
Alright. 20.
Yeah, that's good. So you can tell that this is sort of infused with some form of magic. You're not entirely sure where the magic comes from, but you know that it would give you a bonus to survival skills and attack rolls against any creature that you can designate as a prey for the hunt prey ranger ability. You can also tell with that 20 that it might act as a form of key to something.
I figured.
When touched to something, it might activate. There seems to be some form of some form of magical effect to that effect.
Alright. Dex will relay that. Basically, seems to make you a better tracker in some sense, and it might also be a key.
Oh, I assume Lux would be best suited to such an item.
Yeah, sure. The gauntlets, I mean, we saw what they did, but I don't know.
I mean,
Certainly nothing
Lux
for me.
Lux tries to give the punch sometimes, so
So what was it? It's +1 striking spiked gauntlets.
It's in the loot pile,
Yeah, I'm
so
looking at them.
we're continuing the trend of it. All right.
I mean, there's no reason for me, like, since we're in a dungeon anyway, there's no reason not just to use them.
yeah, stronger punch whenever needed.
I mean, honestly, that's not bad because it's now like
You can use other weapons and stuff, so yeah.
as it sounds, also it's like that's because they're striking. It's like base like 2d4 then. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and yoink it.
As Lux looks at this like Cinderclaw stuff, a bit confused, but we'll take it.
Does Lux consent to being treated by Alicia?
Fine.
success. What is it? /R 2d10 2d8. Is that how it is?
It is so short to you.
Only 4 hit points for you.
And since that 10 minutes is up, Laurentius, I get another focus point back, have 12 hit points.
Yay.
Don't
That's-
lose 7 hit points.
I'm just gonna do it like here. And then the 7. I'm half health.
I don't know if
Beat
the
that.
battlefield medics want to.
I mean, we cannot stack it too much, I guess. It has some kind of limitation.
Battlefield medic is once per day. Never use it in combat.
Yeah, no. That's fair.
I mean,
Like,
we
only
can
thing-
stay for an hour, I suppose. Double the healing we get from this. And Lux will get a bunch of focus points.
Which means I can full heal anything left anyway then.
Yeah, we should take an hour.
In
Mhm.
case we hunker
Alicia
down.
will take watch then, because she doesn't really need the rest.
You and Renali keep watch. We hunker down and full heal. If that's okay with the DM.
That is perfectly okay.
In which case, Laurentius, heal.
I shall.
It's eerily quiet down here.
Alicia resists going off to explore by herself.
Laurent is like something to calm his nerves.
Also, during this hour, DM, I'm going to just go ahead and last time I got a talisman.
Mm-hmm.
The Fear Gem.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the record, I'm affixing that to the Cindercore gauntlets then.
Okie dokie.
Hey, it's a new weapon slot I can fix it to.
That is gonna be a nasty punch.
It's
when you-
gonna be brutal.
I had the potency crystal on my longsword, but now I've got that on my gauntlet.
Oh, that's pretty nasty.
After the hour is up, Alicia will start impatiently starting to explore the area.
Yes, you know what,
All right.
Alicia? For once, I agree with your eagerness to explore the strange places we've not yet seen.
Are you sure you wanna go ahead?
We've
She
been
waited.
here
She
for an
waited an hour. Yeah.
Nothing came to murder us quite yet, so surely there's. I mean, there may be things in ambush, but surely we're perceptive enough to notice those. And I'm very, very curious as well.
Sure.
mean,
well,
Just
Let
the
me go
things I
ahead,
can see
take-
from here.
well, what can you see?
I mean, a
What
very
does your
ornate
dragon eyes
room.
tell you?
Yeah.
Dax can see some statues ringing a dry fountain, as well as some, from his vantage point right now, an empty bench in an alcove and what seems to be an archway that leads nowhere.
Archway that leads nowhere. If that doesn't scream magical portal, I don't know what does.
She's going to explore this room first before she moves on to the next.
Okie dokie.
See if she can find any text or anything, inscriptions.
You're looking at inscription. What are you sort of looking for?
Nothing particular. Just see if there's any writing that she can read. See if there's anything
Okay.
to be learned.
You could roll me a society check. And a
Sure.
perception check.
Sure.
All right. So your society check. Those few remaining portions of the walls that have those carvings, you can tell are of an ancient elven style.
Mm. Would knowing Elven be enough to partially translate it?
There's not words per se. It's difficult to see what's going on, as it seems like the reliefs have like melted. The very stone seeming to have been melted slowly.
Hmm.
But beyond that, don't see anything. Sorry, I need to be right back. Just 2 seconds.
Sure.
I have a tiny visitor.
Yeah, Alicia will say, well, this does point to signs that this is an old elf gate. As she traces some of the ancient elven scriptures.
Yes, this must be the place. It certainly looks like it.
Yes, this is ancient elven.
What does it
Unfortunately,
say?
it's been defaced and melted, presumably by the cult. Or whatever remnants of the destruction of the Earthfall. She shrugs her shoulders. I don't think I can recover the text. It's too damaged.
Dax, how's your magic doing? You still feeling good?
Oh, I'm fine. I barely had to do anything. It was mostly, honestly, you and Laurentius doing most of the heavy lifting.
Yes. Apologies about that. I'm not suited to the rigors of combat as much.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way. I was mostly complimenting those two.
I mean,
Being in front, that creature upstairs was terrifying.
I'm mostly just there to take the hits and keep them off you guys. Not gonna lie, getting all this magic chucked at me is a bit nerve-wracking.
Okay, sorry about that.
You'll find that this world carries a lot of dangers. I hope you grow a thicker skin in the days to come.
Maybe Alicia can brew your potion to literally give you thicker skin.
I had ideas. I had to explore them, but she grimaces. They would come with some kind of disadvantages, unfortunately. Not my area of expertise.
So Halldamir, the burned walls and such, what seems to have caused that?
You would need to roll like an identify magic
So, Arcana.
to learn.
Right, was this a literal dragon just walking through here and being a dick?
Since I can, I'll try identify. I'll try identify just in
Natural
case.
20.
Casual 30, okay.
Just in case.
A natural 20.
Yeah. Am I able to try doing a primal identification of magic in case it's that school, or only Arcana?
No, it's just Arcana.
Okay, that's fine.
Um, that's kind of funny. So, not only does Alicia hit the DC, but because it's a nat 20, I believe it automatically then
You go up by 1 step.
raises.
Yes.
Go up by 1 step. So a success now turns into a critical success. So you you learn that basically the walls have been melted and destroyed by what can only be comprehended as an incredibly powerful dragon.
Hmm.
It's beyond anything most mortals could create.
Are we
Like-
talking about like a worm or an old worm, kind of?
Easily, yeah. Like maybe, yeah. You're
Okay.
talking ancient.
The pinnacle of
These like incredibly powerful dragon. Like
Jewel.
just to comprehend how much energy is just radiating in this is difficult to understand.
Jewel, brush your fingers against the wall and say, Dax, would you mind telling me about your vision?
Yeah, my vision was not of the underground. My vision was of the town up above in flames. And quite frankly,
Can
I
you
don't.
could you describe the flames?
Well, they were fire. If you're thinking about whether I know the source of it, whether it was a creature,
No,
then I don't think
just
so.
just how intense or what was the characteristic of the flames? As she kind of walks along the wall, brushing her fingers across the writing.
I mean, Halldamir?
To Dax, it was all he saw was the town aflame. What caused it, or what was fueling it, past like the mundane, Dax wouldn't have been able to know anything. It just looked as if the town was on fire.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Well,
flames I saw, I don't think they would have been able to melt stone in this way.
no, but perhaps just a flame passing by, say, such a ancient dragon. Their very presence burns, well, everything.
I'm aware, but I've pondered that question a lot. Was it the dragon? Was it the Huck himself? Perhaps I don't think he would have like that wouldn't have gone unnoticed, or would be terrifying thought if it hasn't happened yet. I don't think it was like they would have been more thorough, but I saw the towers and such. They were above the flames. A dragon, I'm sure, would have burned those especially.
Yes. Well, I can tell you this was done by dragonfire. And not just any dragonfire. Powerful and old,
See,
ancient even.
that's very strange. I mean, surely this place would be too small for one. Surely.
Perhaps
Does the
perhaps it only
circular
came through a portal.
does the circular room seem to be similarly damaged?
It seems like the room itself seems fine for the most part.
And she looks to the room that Dax is looking at now. If it did come from the portal, I imagine it is protected against such dangers. This is regular stonework.
Maybe. Or this used to be a building complex and it was destroyed from the outside. And then buried.
Perhaps. The damage is, well, too extensive to really tell without time and research and some tools, perhaps even magic.
Yes. I mean, all those things we might have. Might want to invest even. Might be useful. Might be important. But perhaps we should look at this fancy room.
Yes, sorry. It's just the idea of harnessing such a flame would be useful.
To Alicia's crit roll, she wouldn't even be able to comprehend what
Yeah,
would be able
no,
to contain
But
it.
it's the tantalizing idea
Mhm.
of attempting or even getting a partial control of such a flame.
But yeah, so as Dax looks into the room, the walls and domed ceiling of this large circular chamber are elegantly carved in spiraling designs. Like you can sort of see like that there appears to be like a corner of a room here, sort of squared off from the circle, while to the south Dax can see an open archway that leads to a stairwell that seems to be blocked by rubble. In the center of the room stands 6 statues of elves, all facing outwards and arrayed around the dry fountain. Empty benches sit in 4 alcoves to the east and west, nestled between 6 stone archways built into the wall. Each of these archways bears a different type of decor, but with the exception of the northeastern archway, which you are part of, has been partially collapsed and opens into the ruined chamber that you're in. Each archway leads nowhere, except for the one you're in, obviously. They are filled with plain, featureless walls of polished stone.
So weren't we told of some sort of guardian construct?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
At least we
Renali
haven't
says...
seen one of those yet.
She would
Renali
be
says that it was in that room, but I don't see it. It was huge. I barely caught a glimpse of it while I was sort of fleeing for my life.
Well, we've seen 2 of the things that want to kill us, though.
the figures, the statues.
Yes.
But what kind of role would it be to see if I can identify any significance?
Religion.
Oh well, never mind then. She has no idea.
I mean, I'll give it a roll. I'll give it a roll because Lux can at least see, and like maybe he recognizes them.
Which one are you looking at? The northeastern one, I'm guessing?
Yeah, because that's the one he's got the best view of from here.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, so you'll be able to identify that statue of the goddess Alceta.
Oh, the Lady of Gates herself.
Lady of Gates herself.
As Lux, I was like, slightly like respect for him because I kind of bowed his head for a moment, looking at the statue, like I didn't even recognize it. Like, oh yeah, it's not his god, but still, don't piss with the gods. So that one's, yeah, that's. I mean, there's our namesake of the rings. Are they? Do they all appear to be the same statue, from what I can tell, or are they different?
No. They all differ.
But
Perhaps the elven gods?
Maybe. Probably need to get a better view though than just kind of peering in from around the corner here.
If we are to enter this room, I imagine we should prepare for combat.
Yeah, maybe.
She'll look at Dax. Shall you lead the charge?
I do not think so.
Yeah, Alicia will start taking the scout action. Preparing for combat.
Shield up.
Lauren just his the empty bottle that he has drunk over the hour, and just chucks it at the room, letting maybe roll at the floor to see if it triggers anyone coming.
Sure, go for it. Nothing happens.
Good or bad, I guess. There's a door in there.
Yeah, so you can see the room in the north has a large double door that is closed at the moment. And while the portals look all, or like the archways look all shimmery shiny, they are not. This is just the map I have.
So, no active portals.
No active portals. You just see stonework behind them.
Anything? Can I hear anything out? Behind this door?
Roll me a perception check. You don't hear anything. No, you don't hear anything.
Dex looks around, specifically looking for things that could spring to life. Anything?
Another room that I expect.
Nothing. So as Laurentius opens the door, something does happen.
Oh no.
Isn't that fun?
Predictable.
No, I hate it.
We're gonna go into initiative
Not
as the.
Oh, +1
Sorry?
to that.
Not unexpected.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a +1, I believe.
As we will actually start with what occurs. So the doors that were pushed upon do open, and does anyone speak Elven?
Yes.
So
Dex 2 actually.
as the door moves, a sonorous voice in Elven speaks out. The custodian of Alcetta's ring dwells beyond. Only those who carry her blessed sign may pass. As it will it will start its turn. Renali hasn't rolled.
He gets a
Wow, she
+1.
rolled really well.
I took the scout action.
Okay.
So
That doesn't change order.
okay.
But yes.
Well,
It basically the doors that it pretended to be then swing shut on Laurentius as it makes 2 attacks against him.
I'm sorry.
hitting-
It was the door.
It was the double doors. Um,
Okay.
so it hits for 11,
Sure.
and then again
It's
Critically.
a critical.
boy.
Oh boy.
for 20.
And you are grappled.
And you are, in fact, grabbed. And then it has 1 further action, for that was only 2 actions. It will then attack normally, hitting 13.
Okay. I'm in favor of running away.
Laurentius can't.
And that will end its turn.
Oh.
I was thinking it's inside the room, not at the doors.
Yeah.
So as this happens, Renali doesn't seem to act immediately. Instead, she sort of mutters under her breath what was said, sort of repeating, like mumbling, "Only those who carry her blessed sign may pass," and seems to ponder it. Dax.
That's a religion check. I can't make that.
Yeah, that is worth pondering, I think. I mean, how dead is Lauren? Yeah, you can still hang there.
I can see. Hang on.
What might be meant by that? I would like to. That is terrible. I don't know. It's a monster that is trying to kill Laurentius. Let's focus on that instead.
You don't have a hero point?
I already used it.
He used it.
Ah,
Yeah, I
alright.
think you've all used your hero points now.
Yes.
Okay.
We were busy being heroic.
You're being so heroic.
That's fair. Alicia
these
less
spells-
heroic than others.
These spells really do a ton in this current moment.
If you have a
I'm
false life to give to Laurentius, that'd be
I-
great.
It is self only.
Oh.
Yes.
I hate when that happens.
No, I need to get actually in a better position here to actually see what's up. And then 1 action to demoralize the construct. That's not gonna work. Dax will moralize Laurentius by telling him, "Hang in there. I'm trying to figure this out. Just don't worry. You're fine." Alicia, it's your turn.
Yeah. Let's see, what would it be? Right there. Okay. Right besides Dax. We'll actually, is that a good enough position? Yeah, probably a little bit closer. Is that a good enough spot to stand in?
Yeah, you could squeeze in there.
Awesome. I will step there instead. Assuming this is a large enough creature, I don't have to worry about splash damage for Laurentius.
If you can target the far corner, sure.
Yes, I can.
All right.
It does not have soft cover from Laurentius because it's big.
Yep.
Okay, good. Foundry, please. Thank you. As she will take the marble that she's been holding and throw it at the statue. Actually, let me make sure I'm targeting so that way it makes things easier. Missing by 1, but it still takes the splash damage. It is force splash damage.
It takes the force splash damage.
And I don't suppose it's an immaterial creature, is it?
A what creature, sorry?
Immaterial or ethereal or whatever.
It's very material.
Okay. Yeah.
Trust me, Laurentius can feel that right now.
Yep.
What's the ball?
It was a literal door just moments ago.
Yeah, that's when I heard about them coming through the walls, I didn't think that that was an option. But yeah, she will take that and draw her. Yeah, just draw another marble, and that would be her turn.
Laurentius, you are grabbed.
See that. Well, I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna start doing the business that I do.
Okay.
At least attempt to. Yeah, no.
Misses.
Don't think I can escape it easily. Unless it's like athletics.
It would be athletics, but you'd be taking the -10 attack penalty on that now.
I mean, it's better than attacking, I guess. It's technically better than attacking. So -10.
Mm-hmm.
If you survive next round, Dax can probably grease you.
Or grease it.
Yeah, that's much enough.
Potentially an option.
Firstly, I will also ponder what was just said.
I ponder away. That is enough. You would know that by that a custodian of Ulcetta's rings would probably want her holy symbol in hand.
Fresh out of that.
With that roll, Lux would remember that, in fact, there was such an item that you found in the crypts.
I don't know who was
And
carrying it.
I believe Alicia had picked that up.
Oh, was it me?
You had no, it was Dax. Sorry, Dax looted most of the most of that final room. So
Dax
it was
had it.
Dax who has the symbol.
He's holding out on us.
Apparently.
Yes, Dax has the symbol.
It's not an item in my inventory, therefore it doesn't exist.
No, I think I missed the item creation, but this is a symbol of the goddess
Yeah.
Ulcetta, 2 faces in profile. They
Would
were on top of the scrolls that you took.
I was
Okay.
too focused on the scroll.
would
You
have
were
Dax
so focused
informed
on
us
the
that he
scroll.
found these?
Probably, like, half-heartedly. They're not scrolls, after all.
Dax, can I
Yeah,
have?
that would.
I suppose would it be possible if I spent an action to have Dax give me it if I asked him to, or like take it from Dax or not? I don't know where Dax would have it even stored.
Probably in
I
his
mean-
pockets.
Maybe where would Dax have it? Backpack,
If it's like a
probably.
backpack, then I need you to get it out then.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So
Okay, in which case,
it would
defensive
probably
roll.
need Dax's.
Dax, the 2 faces piece you found made of metal. It's Ulcetta's symbol. We get it out.
Of course.
It's looking for the symbol.
It's a lot of sense.
As I guess Lux is going to run up here. And as my last action, hey Laurentius, guess what?
Strikes back.
Surprise for everyone, I know. More healing.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
All right. Here comes the pain train.
Oh, possible.
Yeah, this is not going to be great for you guys, unfortunately. Actually, Lux, that's a manipulate.
Technically, yes.
So that would be on you.
Which does remind me, actually, the end of my turn, the Razor Shield effect I got for free at the start would end, but that would have applied at the time. I will break my shield partly to reduce that.
It would have.
That's
All right. Now we'll go on to its actual turn. And we'll continue on Lux.
Oh
Critting.
boy. Oh boy.
And then we'll turn to Laurentius, taking on both of you at the same time. Not afraid of trying, at least.
as
I'm
Lux,
not
as
really
Lux comes up
stuck.
to try and defend Laurentius. Gets punted around.
Yeah, Renali has literally no way of helping right now. Dax.
Dax will look for that holy symbol he apparently picked up and disregarded completely.
You spend an action to draw it. Yes.
Sure. And then he will brandish it, sort of moving towards the Guardian, and say, hey, stop. He'll be talking in Elvish, too, because Dax actually speaks Elvish.
Oh.
We are here, we do not mean any harm to anything here. We know the significance of this place, and please do not murder us.
Well, as you brandish the symbol, it sort of swivels its head as it watches Dax move, sees the symbol in his hands, and then its stance immediately changes to that of non-aggression. And unless you guys want to fight it, it will stand
No.
down.
I would like to remove Laurentius from the door.
Yeah, it will return to its door position, ending this combat.
We lost the fight to a door.
Now, in retrospect, it makes a lot of sense that the Guardian of Elseta, the gatekeeper, would be a door.
I mean, she's literally the god of transitioned doorways.
Yeah.
And honorarily god of portals, because no one else claims that title.
I mean, it's a
Um,
transition.
Doors, apparently.
It is a transition.
Alicia will look at the door and say, "Huh, clever. I wonder." As she will peer at Silzar as she pops out of her cloak and starts whispering in Infernal.
Ow, so that's what a divinely enchanted door feels like. Good to know.
I don't want to go heaven if that is a door.
Well,
Oh my
inside the room, you can see it's a rather plain rectangular room that contains several empty chests, old wooden tables, and mostly barren shelves. It may have once been used as a vault or records room, but today only a few scraps of paper remain. But they are placed on like you can see like a book that's representing their position there.
Alicia will see the papers, be interested in whatever knowledge they hold.
Make me a society check.
Sure.
You're reasonably
my-
good at those.
Yeah, if Foundry decides. Yeah, there we go. Would legal also be a role?
Yes, it would be relevant to this.
Which one would be better to roll? Because I have both.
Whatever one you desire,
They're the same, so.
then it's pretty much the same. You would be able to immediately identify one part. The majority of this seems to, in fact, be a deed, and that, in fact, it confirms that possession of this deed grants the legal rights and ownership of the citadel to the deed's possessor by local, national, and Hell Knight law. Technically, the Order of the Nail could contest this ownership. But as Alec had said, they really don't care. After all, it's a bit of a ruined state.
Mhm.
But by all laws, it is now, as Alicia holds the deed, hers.
Just because I want to see how should we go about blocking such a claim from the Hell Knight Order. Not very good.
You would effectively need them to just confirm that they are waiving their rights. So yeah, you'd effectively need the lictor of the Order of the Nail to just go, yeah, whatever, you have it. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. Alicia say, oh, well, this is handy. Well, this will make things simpler if we. Well, she will walk back and look at the crumbled staircase. If we ever decided to excavate that. As she shuffles the papers, put him in order.
So the stairway does seem to match the architecture of the rest of the Hell Knight Keep.
Right.
This ring does not, but the actual stairway does.
So we're right below the keep?
You are right below the keep.
Huh.
I'm not sure how we're right below the keep, but
Should have
It
seen
just
it
says-
coming, of course.
Alicia will say, well, this is, well, the deed to the keep. Citadel.
That is
Assuming the lictor doesn't challenge the claim and actually waives all ownership, whoever holds this is effectively the owner. I would have to send some messages and converse. Perhaps Alec could carry a message or convey.
I mean, I feel like we just don't need to draw attention to the fact that we live there now. And if someone comes, we show them the deed, and everything should be good.
It would be better if we handled this sooner than later. If we do renovations, they could just claim it and challenge our ownership. Whereas if we
True.
take care of this now and they weave all ownership, they will not be able to later claim.
I mean, that sounds like something you can work on at least. Like, start doing like, I don't know, whatever legal mumble jumble paperwork you need to do. I guess.
Oh, it should.
No people
shouldn't take
already
too
at the
much.
keep.
Hmm?
There are already people living at the keep, but yes, you can be the rightful owner of the keep.
They can pay us rent.
I guess that is an argument you can make for them.
It's not an argument, it's a fact.
Yeah,
But
I'm just telling that the town would not appreciate if you kick them out.
Well, I think
If you
we
The
just
can-
town does
postpone
not live in the keep. There's goblins living there, but I'm sure we can convince them.
Yeah, but the goblins are somewhat part of the ritual.
I mean, are we seriously
But
saying that we
if-
just want to take control of the keep ourselves now?
I mean,
Well,
obviously. I mean, look at this
I-
place.
I am interested in the construct and the portal, not to mention the vault that we would have to get through to get to this room through the keep, and that would take some time.
I mean, if that's the case, then
Nonetheless, I am also interested in remaining here for the foreseeable future for my own
You-
reasons.
You freedom can own the keep.
I mean, consider the fact that the Cinder Claws apparently had access to these portals and used them. Who knows where they went? They might have gone through the other portals, which means
Or
we have
come
to
from
chase
the other
them and make,
portals.
or come from there, yeah. Which means we need to chase them and make sure that they don't succeed in anything ever.
Hence why I would like to remain and study. These
think-
gates have yet to be activated in centuries. Now that
Or
they
a couple
are,
of weeks.
mm,
But
right?
yeah, I get the point. But we
This
also have
is-
some way to get Renali back. If she wants.
Agent magic. Oh, right, the portal. Dax, I believe you have the key.
If you think the key fits the portal, sure. Dex will awkwardly wave the arrowhead in front of some of the archways. Is there one that says Morange expands in Elvish?
Well, I assume the one that Reali is standing in front of.
Oh, that
Well,
makes sense. It's probably this one, right?
the archway that she's standing in front of has images of hawks and moons interspersed with jungle vegetation and trees.
Sounds about right. I mean, you see this the presumed key do anything?
What, are you just waving it? did you
Yeah,
say?
just sort of waving it.
No, it doesn't do anything with you
Right,
waving it.
let me try to figure out how this key works. Dex will investigate the key. Is there like a keyhole?
Nope.
I mean,
Renali,
Um,
dude.
I mean,
Do you
why
have
don't
any
you
idea
just?
how this might work?
Renali.
Would
Ali shrugs and says, "It was just open when I came through."
I mean,
What-
Can I try something?
Arcana would be appropriate role.
You could try, but I think Lux wants to try something.
Okay.
As I'll ask Dax if I can borrow the key for a second.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna step at the portal and just touch us up against it.
All right. As you touch the arrowhead to the portal, the stone within the arch shimmers and wavers for a moment, but then flashes with a fiery radiance before it returns to solid stone.
I guess you have to keep touching it.
I briefly have a look. I'll go ahead and touch the key back up to it again. Hold it though.
The same thing happens. If Lux just keeps holding it, it just does it once and then flickers out back to solid stone.
I kind of look over. Is there just a slot that kind of matches it on there then? Or...
Nope. It seems that just touching it would activate it.
Okay.
Maybe something is blocking it. Could Dex try to figure out what might disrupt the portal in that way?
Give me an Arcana.
Yeah.
No, it's
He knows a bit of magic.
It's an arcane matter. It's outside what Lux understands. So.
No idea.
Alicia can tell that it seems to be damaged. It seems like this is something that could be fixed, but not easily.
Would you want me to give a crafting roll to see if I can get an idea of what I would need?
Sure.
Oh wow, that's
Alicia needs
unfortunate.
more time.
Yeah,
Alicia needs more time to be able to
Yeah.
figure this out.
this is perfectly fair. This is an elf gate. This hasn't been touched. She has never seen one, or there's no knowledge about it. So
And outside
she
our
says,
secretive elven circles, no one knows
Mhm.
anything.
she'll say,
So-
from
Just very quickly before,
Mhm.
you lat 27 literally hit the DC. It's an
Nice.
oddly specific DC, but whatever. You would be able to note that whatever is causing the damage seems to be part of the magic within the portal, and not the portal itself.
Okay. So the portal itself is fine. It's just the magic. And she'll say, well, from what it looks like, and she will, put her hand to the stone wall and say, this doesn't seem to be damaged in any way, and the other side is obviously working since it seems to attempt to activate. But, well, magic fades after a time, and it seems to either been faded enough or damaged over the ages, the magic itself. She'll shake her head. I am not the best at figuring such things out, as my capabilities rely on the more physical realm.
Give me
She'll
time.
look.
I can figure that out, but I already have an assumption. The cult used these portals, and I mean, one theory would be to assume that maybe the magic has just ran out because the spell is so old, or maybe the cult is doing something with the magic. You know, arcane magic powering portals. My mind immediately goes to the thought of, if you can transport something from one place to another, then maybe they are trying to transport something real big and angry from somewhere to here.
They did say they wanted to call. Lux kind of just leaves it hanging, looking at.
Yes, exactly.
Like I said, it would require time and research.
Well, if... kind of walks back towards. You're the best mage we've got. Pat just kind of pats you on the shoulder.
I can figure that out. Given time, and now we own the keep on top. We just need to get the stairway excavated, and then it's easy access.
I would rather deal with the Hell Knights first before we start any of those.
Sure, you
Project.
can talk. You can talk to them.
I mean, and Laurentius, when it comes to the goblins, I don't think there's any reason we have to get rid of them, if nothing else. If we do plan to take control of the keep, I mean, presumably having just the four of us there would kind of not be very good for, maintaining the place. Why not just...
3 of you. I have my own farm.
Fine, 3 of us then, but, I'm sure the goblins wouldn't mind, they'd be there legally then, and it would...
Not to
help
mention
us.
the other kobolds. I assume Dax can handle those.
Oh
I
yeah,
would
I
be
mean,
very happy if you would just
I was
allow
not.
to live here.
I was not joking when I suggested rent. I mean, maybe I'm not using the right word, but whenever a number of weaker creatures are living on the lands of a powerful one or a group of more powerful creatures, then it is only I suppose the word I'm looking for is tribute, but there's a strange subtext associated with that in common, which isn't there in Draconic, I can assure you.
Yes, the common doesn't carry the nuance that Draconic can carry.
In common is so negative, but it's just natural.
But in this case, I suggest perhaps hiring them or having them work for us would be just as well. We would require somebody to clean and I assure you that I have no interest in cleaning the keep by
I
myself.
mean, yeah, a type of service is implicit in the rental contract.
I mean, I'm sure they'd actually appreciate having the keep be solidly theirs, and like, not only that, but you know, if we're gonna help like fix the place up eventually, then that'll benefit them as well.
I just wish you don't, kick them out. I don't expect you to do so, but
All of this precludes that the dealings with the Hell Knights go well.
Then do your thing,
So-
Alicia.
That requires time, Lux.
Then, get started as soon as we can.
She'll just sigh.
It seems so simple to look. So it's,
Yeah.
just go do your legal magic.
waves hand.
Mm. Oh, okay. She says, very well. In the meantime, I have looked at what would be the price of taking care of. And she gestures at the staircase. I assume everyone's fine with contributing so that way we may have easy access, and perhaps closing the cave so that other entrances would be limited.
How much is it gonna cost?
Well, with the bounty that we are soon to get, assuming they come in with the weeks, not as much if I oversee it. I don't remember the exact figures, but it would depend on whether there are delays or otherwise. I would
So-
also need workers.
It's I'm using a different sort of like adjusting effectively.
Mhm.
So yes, absolutely can still hire still hire people.
Mhm.
Like you can organize labor effectively.
Mhm.
So basically, you need to have the requirements. So let's use rebuilding the stairs as the example, as this is the point of topic. You would need crafting expert,
Got it.
specialty crafting stone masonry, or a hired stone mason.
Mhm.
As well as organized workers.
So I do have to have stone masonry as a specialty.
Specialty crafting stone masonry is a must.
Okay.
Crafting experts, stone masonry, and organized workers. It would take quite a bit of gold, but without any bonuses or hindrances. So depending on how well you roll, you could either take longer or take shorter time. But to clear the stairs from the courtyard to the vault would take 4 days. and then from the vault down to Alcetta's ring here would take a further 8 days. So that 12 days of clearing. You could also then add repairing the courtyard to the battlements, which would take another 4 days. So all 3 stairs costing 100 gold pieces. As you'd be using some of the material of the destroyed stairs in the process.
Mhm.
So let me do
100 gold pieces. Is that a total or all for 16 days?
That is total for all 16 days.
Okay.
So let me this one
I mean, if we're lucky and a merchant caravan comes around, maybe we can sell one of those silvered weapons finally.
Maybe.
All right, let me post you a few things
Yeah.
in our chat. So, first of all, is the repair activities. To give you a sort of breakdown of how a repair job will work. And of course, in that requires organizing labor, which administering to the citadel will give you bonuses to. And then finally, to repair the stairs, specifically, you're looking at this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, there's a lot of other things you could do. In terms of repairing, so I'll give you a sort of breakdown of the general basic repairs that can be done. So cleaning, for starters, is free. It takes 8 days. So there's clearing the courtyard because it's sunken in a bit. It's filled with weeds and it has that pool of water. That's quite cheap, quite easy to do. Make general repairs, so you can fix furnitures, replace floorboards, rehang doors, sort of rebuild everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can repair the walls. There's a few, like you can go back to the Citadel Ultra map. A few of the walls have collapsed.
Yes.
You could fix those. Each of those taking 8 days and 12 gold pieces. You can obviously rebuild the stairs. You can then rebuild the battlements. So, including rebuilding the parapets, the crenels, and the merlons. And then, of course, you're rebuilding the stairs. So those are the main ones that you sort of have as possibilities. So I'll throw these all in here for you to give you an idea of what you can do as basic repairs. This being the foundation of what you can do with the Citadel. You could, of course, forego fixing the walls if you really want, and instead build like a animal training yard. Or an infirmary or a library. You could create
Alchemist lab.
Yeah, you could create quite a few things.
I feel like we should repair the place
stuff.
first, then think about extinctions.
Yes. Yeah.
You can get quite fancy with it.
I have ideas.
There's a lot of possibilities, and because I want to sort of make it a bit more personal for you guys, I told you briefly that I do have I've dungeon draft to make this. So repairing, as you guys said, probably your main objective to start with. Obviously, there's a whole sort of mini system going on around administering and organizing.
Mhm.
It'll take some wrapping heads around, but you as characters and players can then spend downtime working on these repair works, basically. So, for instance, I mean, if you decide to clear the courtyard, and you get a critical success on your roll, it'll only take a day. As it would reduce the activity by 5 days. So this could be like quite a long process, like the
Could
rebuilding the
also be
stairs.
done tomorrow.
It could also be done very quickly. Yeah.
I'm just amused by the concept of the townsfolk looking away, and like we crit, they look back and it's like the next morning, and suddenly the place is like perfect, and they just look very confused.
All right. It sounds like a lot of work Alicia has to do.
I mean, Lux can probably help with organizing labor at least.
Yeah.
Auran just can help in physical stuff. And some organization, I guess. He has some social skills.
Yeah, I think there's skills. Administration. Society, recall knowledge, or crafting check.
Except that's not Lux's area. Lux will be the organizing labor.
Yeah, you could do recall knowledge for the courtyard. Nature probably would be
Yeah,
effective.
I can do recall knowledge for like nature, or if it's like a religious area, I can do like stuff like that, obviously. But yeah, like courtyard,
Yeah, I think
courtyard I could do nature. But that's probably the only one Lux can do out of the basic repairs. For admin.
yeah, Alicia's probably gonna focus on the staircases. She wants that portal sealed off as soon as possible. And easy access to it, so she can get Dax started on researching the magic, perhaps.
Oh yeah. Lex can research the magic and also lend his unique air of authority to the entire project.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good, just what we needed.
But yeah, back to the caves. As Alicia will say, "Well, if I am to get started on this, then I shall get it on my way. Laurentius, do you mind attending with me? We'll have to report to the council, anyways."
I can help you in Bridge Hill, but you might not want me further on with this project.
No, a collaborator to report would be best. After that, I shall busy myself with
I mean, I can help you
paperwork.
with that, but you already have the reputation of a wonderful hero in town, which is better than mine. So, But I can help you, sure. I know the people.
Have you ever considered the wonderful pursuit of changing your reputation, Laurentius? And did you know that that requires you being involved in things and people knowing about your involvement?
I have considered it. That's why I'm here. It sounds not simple.
I mean, even the councillors looked pretty proud seeing you like actually helping out and being part of this.
I mean, it's better than me being drunk for the last 4 years.
See, and it's an improvement to your reputation then.
It's not.
It is.
It's
Start.
reputation. It's a star, but not a improvement.
You gotta keep working at it.
She will
And
turn
I'm
to
going to.
Renali.
Hmm.
I assume you wish to stay at the keep with us so that we may eventually open the portal to your home.
She nods. Might not be able to help too much with all this rebuilding that you seem to be looking at, but I can do what I can, at least, to help pull my weight. At least until we can head back through the gate.
I mean, would you also mind telling me more stories about your home?
She smiles and says, "There are many stories I can tell about the forest."
Yes, I would like to listen too. We will need information if we are to go against the cult in your homeland.
It also just always sounds very pretty down there.
Oh,
She
Laurentius,
smiles and says, "It is very pretty."
don't forget your armor back in the caves.
I will pick it up. Thank you.
As Alicia, with Laurentius probably helping try to get out and climb out.
I mean, Laurentius would help everyone who gets out.
Sorry.
Yes.
We
You
will
know-
very slowly climb out.
Yeah, you
take
can
the time.
you can take your time, and Renali can help as well get you out of that hole.
Been an hour.
But it's definitely not a quick process.
That's 20 feet.
It is 20
literally-
feet.
20
the-
feet of grease, like
I will
walls.
say the DC to just climb it, as it is 35.
Oh my god!
Awesome.
So it is exceedingly difficult to climb,
So obviously we
That's
added rope, which
right.
helped, but
but it's still awful.
So if we use maybe 3 different ropes, would that have made it much easier?
Possibly.
I mean,
A ladder
just-
would probably do
At
it.
that point, we might as well just make a pulley system.
Yeah, so yeah.
Just cover the entire wall of the tunnel with rope and cloth. And
Yeah, just
Yeah.
I don't know.
that
It's-
seems.
It is insane. It is completely insane. I totally agree.
But
Completely
you know,
insane.
I mean,
It
that's
literally means the
nature.
only
When
way to get out of
nature
here.
takes over.
It means the
It
only
is-
way. Because you said it's 35?
The DC 35. It is.
That means the only
Um,
way to succeed is rolling a natural 20 and having a bonus at least enough to get you to 25.
Yeah, it is considered to be a smooth inverted surface.
Okay.
And as the climb action to climb a smooth surface requires legendary. Yeah, it's stupid.
Very
I
strange.
mean, I guess it means if you go here beforehand, you can't escape. But yeah, But Laurentius will
yeah.
help altogether.
It makes sense why the cult couldn't leave, though.
I guess.
Yeah.
Just stuck in a hole.
They were stuck in a hole they couldn't get out of. Effectively, if you imagine it's cone shaped with the widest part at the bottom, and
And it's
the
smooth
highest.
inverted going upwards.
and
I'm
it's
just imagining
completely smooth.
like-
yeah.
it's just a grease filled of wall. Like every time you get a couple of feet up, you just slip and fall.
It's just disgusting. You just cannot get a handhold on anything, and the rope is just difficult because it's it's just awful.
Also, if it's inverted that way, a lot of the rope would have been free hanging, not even braced.
Exactly, it's not braced against the wall; it's free hanging.
We literally just need a pulley system as literally the only
It
way.
is literally so it says that Renali can intervene and help you get through the hole effectively because she can literally walk on walls But even for her, it's like difficult terrain for her, effectively. Like she needs to be slow and steady over it, and she has like spider climb.
Was there anything else in this room besides the deeds? I only took the papers. I didn't really search for anything.
In that room.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
Okay.
It is just so funny to me to think that the only reason, like, Dahak, the god of destruction, isn't free yet because his cultists were stuck in a hole.
That's probably what happened.
They might have been able to like stack a way to get out of here if it wasn't for the fact that the door would have murdered them.
It's just so funny.
There's like furniture in here they could have used to make a way out, but like door would have killed them trying.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Alicia's gonna make her way back to the town.
I think that's the consensus for that.
Alright. Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so I think this is probably a perfect point for us to just
Yeah.
like so I'll basically give you guys the option here. We could I sort of want this to be more of a macro scope, at least for the majority. So we can sort of look at doing a few rolls now, effectively, if you want to. We can start getting some things rolling. Or we can handle a lot of this effectively outside of session. And you can sort of come back next session and see the fruits of your labor. From like what you do, because this is literally I'm going to be quite honest. So these repairs obviously will take some effort for me to create, or like I've got the repairs sorted, but the anything that you do further past that is would be a bit tricky. And B, making sure that I have everything set up for what you have repaired and in what time frame. It's going to be a bit iffy for me to do on the fly.
Yeah.
So having it as downtime would really help me. And obviously, only a handful of you have the ability to do a handful of these tasks as well.
Mm-hmm.
When you mean you can't just produce them on the fly, do you mean like graphical changes or even the mechanical considerations?
Mostly graphical, but there are some mechanical points that I need to consider. Because you are going to, obviously, unless Alicia secretly has stonemasonry, you're going to have to at least look at stonemasons.
Depends if we level up or not.
I don't think you should waste your level up just for that.
Like spending a special,
Why not?
spending a skill feat on just stonemasonry.
I am
That's
thinking
flavorful,
about.
cool, and fitting.
It is.
I
It is
was-
flavorful, cool, and fitting.
I was thinking about making stone golems somewhere in the future, and I feel like stone masonry would probably help with that.
You
That
make
checks
more
out.
of these doors.
Yeah, no, that's once I saw it, I was like, huh. I'm gonna see if I can make more of these,
Oh no.
and I'm gonna put them everywhere in the damn keep.
Oh yeah.
And also, you are in possession of a keep above a town. A town that is going to see these changes and be influenced by them as well. What you do in what order, will affect what the town's view of you is. Like if you do battlements before repairing the inside of the keep, you know, they're going to see that differently to like if you start farm work or whatever, you know, they're gonna see things differently depending on what you do.
That's okay. We we have Lux, the Disney princess, running distractions.
I mean, as it stands, I'm totally planting stuff all over the place.
Yes, and
And training a bear.
while I'm good at improvisation, there's a lot of things that may be juggled depending on how quickly we move through.
Yeah,
through things.
I would say let's chuck a couple rolls.
So the main thing is you need to meet the requirements. So what do you want to do effectively? What do you want to start with?
I mean, do we? I mean, it says like we have to do cleaning before we can even start other repairs.
No,
Yep.
we don't have to. It just help probably. But yeah.
No, you need to. Yeah, you do.
Oh yes, clear enough.
Yes,
to begin
you do
repairs.
need to clear because you're basically going to have people coming and going, and then walking over broken furniture and detritus and all the other crap. It'd make it impossible. So yeah, you do need to actually clear the room.
In that case.
So I mean, our first place then sounds like administrating and organizing labor to clear the place out.
Yes, that is a perfect start.
Society role would probably be the best.
So you would start with an administer, basically, for this for the first activity.
Would you start with administer or would you start organize? Because organize, I think, is bonuses to administering.
So administering also gives bonuses to organizing.
So they go both ways.
So they both go both ways. So
I can administrate. Unless I can use crafting for this, but I don't think that's appropriate for this.
Cleaning,
society.
Probably less.
Society. So I will chuck a society roll.
Yeah, it would. It would be society because you're just wanting to get some labor moving, really.
Yeah.
And for the labor recruitment, does it have to be breach show, or could we get like the goblins involved, for example?
You could get the goblins, but they aren't as effective as the human and dwarf counterparts that you could get from Breach Hill. So they would add a couple of days onto your repair time, effectively.
But they would be free.
I guess one question is here is how much it matter if the PCs also help? Because Laurentius would most certainly just help people, clean up. Stuff.
I mean, the PCs can help do stuff, obviously. But we're talking about multiple people, a dozen people coming to work effectively. One extra set of hands isn't going to speed it up by like a day.
Yeah, it does say it is free though, so probably doesn't matter in either way.
Yeah, the cleaning part, the cost is not the issue right now. As much.
So yeah, I'll just chuck a society roll. I don't know what the DCs are.
Yes.
Well, for cleaning, it doesn't specify DC actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other ones all specify like DC 20.
Be right back in a minute. Sorry.
15.
Yeah.
Cleaning can't be that difficult, surely.
Yeah, I imagine it's like a DC 15. Just basic D. Which it would be nice because that means I critically succeed. Yeah, I have a couple ideas. I want to build some watchtowers and some other things.
But they're probably not priority one.
No, it's not. Definitely not. But yeah, I want this door golem thing. I definitely enjoy.
That seems like a long-term project.
Yeah, there's a couple of long-term projects that I want to pursue. but cleaning up the keep will be her first task. Squaring away ownership. And then she's got a couple other ideas. And perhaps having Laurentius do a farm here. Move his farm over here.
That you will have to convince him because like he doesn't see a reason why he has to move the farm. Like
Not move the
30
farm,
meters.
probably, but like at least start a farm over here.
I
Yeah, I can
I'll
start a
I'll start
farm.
a garden in the courtyard.
Yeah.
I can do a farm, sure, but I'm gonna keep it on my house.
I mean, do we need a farm inside the keep?
No, probably
I
not
don't
inside the
know.
keep, but on the outsides, you know.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm
Because also
back.
a farm means we're gonna need people to staff and like work the farm, which obviously you could say the goblins, but
Okay, so cleaning. I do apologize. The cleaning doesn't require you to organize workers. You can do it yourselves effectively.
Okay.
You could hire help, and spend some of your gold to do that to reduce the time. But just cleaning you can do for free on your own time in 8 days.
How much would it cost to hire some people to help clean? Because anything that speeds up would be.
It would cost a gold piece per day, and they could basically they could do it for you in 4 days.
it's a lot.
I mean,
So 4 gold pieces, and they can do it for you in 4 days.
we get things are sold in half price, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it would be the cost of the breastplate when I, get it and sell it, and getting the breastplate out for the labor, I guess, would be like 4 golds and
Yeah.
4 days.
Because Alicia is willing to spend money to speed this up. She wants to get this out of the way as soon as possible. Assuming, she will contact Alec from the Armiger to see if she can square away the deed. I'm not sure if I need to roll anything for that.
Nope. And that's it's just no. You can try contact Alec, and he can see what can be done effectively.
Yeah, she will spend a couple silver at the moon.
Yep.
The Green Dream House. What would you say? A couple silver?
Yeah, 2 silver's fine.
Yeah. To contact him, as she did find the deed, and she is interested in claiming the Citadel. I guess cleaning wouldn't affect too much, so she would go ahead and start doing that. She is willing to spend the money to hire people to.
I mean, we can just sell the breastplate to get the cleaning people done. That gives us like the 4 gold, and it then can be used for the people.
Will that require an administration?
I mean, at that point, that sounds like an organized labor potentially discount.
Yeah, it's just an organized labor. Yeah.
Okay. What would that?
Organized labor is a social skill check.
Social skill check. Does someone else want to lead this? Because I only got 7.
Dex can go organized labor for you if you like.
Yeah.
Then Dax can.
So she can focus on something else.
Then Dax can use either deception, diplomacy, or intimidation. Though please note, if you fail and use intimidation or deception, people will get angry.
No, Dex doesn't need to intimidate people to helping him. He knows how the world works. If he just proves that his cause is righteous and that he is stronger than them, then they will just want to serve him.
At this point, I'm going to assume long rest is.
That's terrible.
That's
a success.
This is just a basic. It's a really easy task we're doing right now. So.
Yeah, that is a success.
Which means reduce the cost by 10%.
So, 4 silver off.
Yeah.
So I'll just put 4 silver in the loot pile for now.
Yep. And take the breastplate out soon.
Yeah, I will delete that. Yes, breastplate. Spend 4 days doing that.
All right, so remove the 4 gold, and then
Done.
boopty boppity boop, and then we'll count the days forwards once,
Yes.
twice, thrice, 4 times.
The place is now clean.
We have a clean key.
Oh, 2 days until payment. Okay, that's nice. In that case, after that, the staircases or general repairs. Probably general repairs to make life a little bit easier, comfortable.
I mean, that would make the place livable at that point.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's also more manageable in terms of cost right now because that stairs were expensive, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, also we have to wait for the money to come in. So
we don't have 100
that's-
gold lying around to spend on that.
Not yet. In 2 days we will.
Yeah, so general repairs would make sense.
Yeah, general repairs, which we were required to hire a woodworker, unless someone else is a
Yes.
woodworker.
Nope.
Yeah, didn't think so.
I do not have woodworking.
Yeah, so you would know that there's a couple options for a woodworker.
What is
Um,
Laurentius's advice on this? Since he is a local.
Well,
Hire local.
he knows of 2 men that could probably do the job. There is the proprietor of the Breach Creek Lumber. He employs some of the best artisans in Breach Hill. He's rather an eccentric man, but he's good.
Sounds perfect.
By all accounts. And then there is the proprietor of Vosker's Carts and Wheels. He built up. He's a very clever and hard-working man who's built up a robust business from the small mom and pop store that his father opened into the sort of thriving business that he has now.
So
Since Alicia seems to more like enjoying the aesthetics of expressing themselves more, he would recommend the first one.
the Breach Creek lumber?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Probably a
So-
good thing. If you directed her to Vosker's Cart and Wheels, she would be tempted to haggle.
I think you will attempt to hack it anyways.
Well, it would cost 5 silver pieces per day to hire him.
She's going to attempt to haggle because
Sure, you can give me a roll to try and haggle them down.
Sure, I will pop a potion. Which means I cannot critically fail.
Okay.
Alchemists and their performance enhancing drugs.
Yep. Generally, she's not the one that has to do this, but she usually has other people doing this for her. But yeah.
No. He's quite a crafty businessman. He's not falling for your tricks.
All right. Yeah.
He
She'll-
knows what he's worth.
Yeah. No. She'll smile and just say she had to try.
Mhm.
Um,
So it will take to do the general repairs. 5 silver pieces per day for the expert.
mhm. So that's
Um,
6 days, so 3 gold.
So 3 gold, and it costs 10 gold pieces to do the repair.
So 13 gold. Let's just do that so that way I can. So 32 silver pieces and 5 copper from everybody.
Was that 13 silver, 5 copper?
What?
32 silver.
32 silver.
Uh,
Of course, we haven't actually rolled
Depending-
severe discounts on all this.
yes.
but-
Yes. Discount,
Right,
which I
exactly.
assuming crafting would be appropriate
Yes, crafting would be appropriate.
in that case. What is the DC if I'm looking at?
I mean, for general,
20.
General repairs is 20.
Okay, then I would have to roll for it because assurance does not reach that high. I do believe that is a critical success. Critical success. You reduce the time by 5 days. Your reputation with the town gain as a flair employer gains a 2+ on your next organized labor roll.
Which also,
Yep.
firstly, also given the fact it's taking less days, also means it costs less because you're not having to hire.
So yeah, let
So
me recalculate.
It's only 10 gold and 5 silver pieces because it only takes 1 day.
Would you like me
so
to try and organise labour on this?
Yeah.
I think that's valid.
I guess I get a +2 bonus.
You sure do.
So I discount it by 10%.
Succeed.
10%. Okay. That is a 10 silver and less silver and 5 less copper.
I would like to note, part of Lux's way of organising labour is to bring all the workers drinks.
That would be 23 silver and 6 copper from everybody. Rounding, if that's okay, rounding down. I don't know if you want to actually round up.
Round up.
So yeah, it's 23 and someone has to pay 7 copper instead of 6.
I'll pay 7.
Okay.
The extra copper was spent on more drinks.
23 and 6. I will remove that from my sheet.
Yep. So
It is done.
2 gold pieces and 3 silver and 6
Alright.
copper.
So it was 23 and... Yeah, it was 23, right? Silver.
So that, yep. That only took 1 day.
I only took 1 day.
It took us a day to do general repairs.
Yep.
As we've already did most of the job by cleaning things up.
Apparently so.
And
yeah.
apparently you were just super organised. Like, the woodworkers got in there and you'd already laid out all the furniture IKEA style.
And we just needed the expert to put it together. Because, of course, the instructions were too complicated.
And I brought them tea. So, you know.
At
this point, during this time, does Lux actually go spend time with his bear?
Well, given I was not needed necessarily for the cleaning section because you hired labour for that, so I would have been. Yes.
So, you want to take care of that while I think about the logistics of this staircase?
So there are, of course, Lux. There's been 5 days that have passed. I believe you have some warg pups.
I do have some warg pups right now. Can I do some
that
more training on
require
them?
some loving. Yes, every day you need to do a roll for them. In fact.
Yay! Thankfully, I have my whole train animal stick going on now, which is quite nice.
Yes, so it's diplomacy checks. So 5 diplomacy checks, please.
We'll see how each day goes.
Exactly. I believe you're at 3?
4, I was at.
4. Alright, 4. Okay, so yeah, that's a success.
With the pile of food, of
So-
course, they still have. So.
Yep, so you're at 5. That's a crit, so at 7. That's a success, so 8. That's a crit, so 10. So on the 10th successful check, you have officially trained them.
Yay!
They are now yours, and you are able to give them complex commands rather than just simple ones as they grow up. They no longer try and gnaw at everything that they can possibly get to.
But they automatically count as trained in all the basic commands, which is nice.
Does organizing and administrating most of this effort take up most of Alicia's time during the day?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Since the downtime, actually, it's expected to take 8 hours per day.
Yeah, I don't think I have 8 hours to spare to
That
do.
Yeah, the wargs don't take up the entire day. They only take up a fraction of the day, correct?
Yes, they only take up like the first like 20 minutes of the day.
In which
training.
case, we spent what 4 days doing cleaning before.
Yes, that was 4 days.
I'd like to say I spent 4 out of 7 days right now attempting to domesticate the bear.
Okay, let's see some.
I need to spend
diplomacy
7 days to
rolls on that.
domesticate it, so I haven't got
Yep.
enough time yet.
No, 4 of those there.
Yeah, I'll make a note, like 4 out of 7 days domesticating Sir Gristlesworth.
Yep.
Afterwards, I have to do a nature roll to see what the outcome is. But
We will get to that. Okay, so you've cleaned and made the general repairs.
Yes.
That is fine.
I don't know if Laurentius wants to spend the 4 days working or something, because he is free.
Yeah, he would spend those 4 days working. Pretty much. Like I have nothing else except like
because Dax was doing
diplomacy.
labour, Alicia was administrating, I was bearing. So
And Dex was organizing.
so
with me.
Laurentius, you can go farming if you want to or something.
Yeah, sure, I will go farming.
Yeah, would organizing the labor take the entire duration, or is that just one day you do that and then it's done?
It is 1 day.
Yeah, you spend a day in
it's only
Breach.
1 day. Yeah, you spend the day in Breach Hill organising the labour, and they get to
A
work.
day, but we're doing 4 days of that. Oh,
We're doing,
So
we're doing 4 days of
crazy.
cleaning. So that's 4.
That was the cleaning first.
So you did the cleaning first, and then you
Right. Yeah.
organised labour for. So you've done organised labour twice. You spent
I did it
5
once,
days.
You did it once, which means you have 4 days yourself, Dax, to spend on something.
3
No.
days.
Dax was helped with the cleaning.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
he would have.
Yeah, Dax Max did the organisation for the cleaning, which is 1 day.
Which was 4 days.
And the thing is, I did it for the second one, which means he's got the
Oh,
one...
you did it for the other one, so you got 4 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Dax now
you're
got
right.
total of 4 as well to spend on something.
Okay. Either way, that is enough time because Dex has some magic duties to do.
Okay.
Specifically, he has a bunch of spell scrolls that he wants to copy into a spell book.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Which is also going to require some rolls, which
It
if
also
we're doing
costs some money.
downtime, it also costs money. Yeah, that's the other thing, but it's not that much
It's
money.
pretty cheap,
I should be able to
yeah.
afford it. It is 2 level 1 spells and 2 level 2 spells. I cannot afford that. Not quite. Actually, no, it's 1 level 2 spell. Okay. The way that works is that he finds a quiet corner to work on his spellbook in, presumably, hopefully with a reasonably intact table. And then he has to spend an hour per level of the spell, which is 1 or 2 hours respectively. And then he gets to roll a check.
DC based on the spell level. 15 for first levels.
It's DC 15 for first level, so we're just going to try that. It might fail horribly. Let's find out. This will be for the alarm scroll. That is a success, which means I expend the materials and learn the spell. That is 2 gold I will expend.
It's now in your spellbook. Congratulations.
I'll do that in a moment. And then the same thing for sleep. Yes. Not quite a crit, but still pretty good. Wait, I didn't actually click remove coins. There we go. And then the second level spell will be Obscuring Mist.
DC 18.
DC 18, surely. That almost a crit, but not quite. Alright, that
6
is 6 gold pieces. And that will occupy
4
Dax at least for, half a day.
You get,
the rest
you
of
get
that,
half a day of peace and quiet somewhere.
yes, the rest of that he may just I don't know, would it be possible to just go into town and tell everyone how great the keep is going to be once it's built up? basically
Brag
do
about it.
PR work and bragging. Yes.
Sure. Sure, you can do that.
I mean, you
Like-
have a couple kobolds you can brag to.
Or brag with. I'm gonna recruit them and go on a Kobold bragging tour.
Oh god.
Listen, it will be a bastion of defense against the chaotic fire god Dahag, who is rampaging through an ancient elven portal network, and we are the good guys, and we are gonna defeat him. And you just wait.
Sounds less like a bragging and more of a doom caller.
Does.
No, it's bragging because we're gonna win, obviously.
He's saying he's greater than Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Do you want to check for that, Halldamir?
Yeah, I think a diplomacy makes sense for this.
All right. That's terrible.
You know, they listen at least. They listen.
Maybe Dax himself isn't entirely convinced and is doing a part way to convince himself.
I mean, it is a big dragon you're going up against.
You know, as he's explaining to everyone why they're occupying the keep, he starts realizing how ridiculous the quest is. Just a kobold. He might be flanked by 2 more, maybe, if they agree to, follow him around.
They agree. They
Wonderful.
want to be known to be helping in
Yeah,
such
did
a
it-
way.
You like crit them last time that you were just talking with them, so
Dax's entourage.
yeah.
they're basically Dax's entourage.
So that's 5 days. We still need 1 more day before we get our money. So
So
clear
how
courtyard.
Much,
Oh, sorry.
So how much? I rolled 22 for the income.
One
earn
second.
income.
So downtime. What level was the town? Level 4?
It was
The
4.
DC was 19 and the level was like
And
4.
you rolled. What did you roll?
Me too.
22.
22. So in that case, you would get 7 silver pieces per day.
Do I need to roll it for once or for duration?
I believe it's
you
just
know,
once.
5 days.
You can continue working subsequent days without rolling again. In which case, you use the
Yeah.
same result for each day.
Okay, so 7 silver per day. So that's 35 silver.
So that's like 5 days of working.
Yeah.
Although no, he's an expert, so it's 8 silver
Oh, is he an expert?
per day. He is an
I'm
expert.
an expert in farming.
Very well. Then yes, then in that case, yes, that's correct. That's 8 silver per day.
Slightly better.
This Laurentius is raking in the money.
I mean, it's good because we're hemorrhaging money.
Some more than others.
Basically,
but-
Laurentius's cost for repaying for stuff for the keep was just handing us turnips.
He doesn't do turnip. He does potatoes and wheat
There we go.
and other
potatoes.
farming stuff. A lot of wheat because a lot of alcohol is needed.
He's trying to provide for them. Okay.
There
I
are
guess
some other stuff too, but yeah.
since we're waiting for the money, I guess clear courtyard would be the next thing we can work on.
That's,
Uh
that one is easier to do because that one is crafting trained or a stonemason. It's an or, not an and.
yeah. So I will fill in for that spot. So just a crafting roll, which is what is the difficulty?
No, so the
So unlike the previous ones, it doesn't say and, it says or.
Yes, it does say or.
what for the
Clear courtyard.
Clear courtyard.
clear court? Okay, yeah. Yes, you can clear it as a trained crafting.
Should I roll to see if I can get a critical success?
Well,
What order should we do?
First,
Should we do the?
I would suggest doing the organized labor because you do need labor regardless.
Yeah, I know. I figured crafting would be an appropriate
But the
administration
problem is you
role.
can't administrate and be the person
You,
building.
yeah,
things.
you can't do both.
No, crafting says it can be a part of the administration
Yeah,
action.
no, that can be
Yeah.
a skill check you use, but you still need a separate person.
That's
to
what I'm
use it.
asking. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so you can't do the administer to the citadel and clear the court. Be the crafting clear courtyard. You have to be solely
No,
focused on clearing
I'm
the
talking
courtyard.
about using crafting as the administration role.
Okay, so who's going to clear the courtyard?
Yes. So you would then, in that case, need to hire a stonemason to clear the courtyard, as you're the only one trained in crafting.
Why it may be more appropriate for you to clear the courtyard while, say, Dax administrates and I organise labour.
Yep.
All right, sure.
Sure, let's do that.
Because I think Dax has society.
Yep. He, if in doubt, he probably has the skill. The only ones I
So
don't
Dax
have
society
are,
us up.
like athletics, crafting, and performance. Society. That's a roll.
That is just enough.
Just keep rolling 16s.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But that is a success. So you can reduce the time required by 2 days.
Excellent.
And you gain +1. So it's now
And
4 days of clearing courtyard.
I will now administrate the labour. Organise the labour.
Is our reputation actually being tracked? Should I be tracking that?
Presumably the DM.
This is only for the next roll.
It says in general the reputation.
Yeah, it's being tracked. Don't worry.
Okay.
I got the reputation, but
I didn't know if we were supposed to keep track of it.
But the like reputation increases gives you the bonus on the organized labor.
Okay.
I've also organised a labour which also discounts it by another 10%.
Yep, that's another 10%.
10% discount from minus 2 days. So that's 4 days, 6 gold pieces. How much is the labor cost?
That's included in the cost.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is
6 gold pieces, 4 days.
6 silver pieces because it's. Oh wait, no, it's still the 6 gold pieces, even though the day is reduced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
6 gold pieces.
10%.
Down to 5
So,
gold pieces, 4 silver.
So yeah, 54 silver pieces divided by 4. That would be 13 silver pieces and 5 silver from everybody. I can just use assurance to get succeed at the crafting roll. I will demonstrate that once I find the button.
You wait, just click craft. It will give you a little check.
There we go.
For that.
Yeah. A huge wall of text has been thrown at you.
You didn't need to do that. If you literally press craft, you've got an option there to like your craft skill check. You can do it from there. And there's like you'll assuming you've got assurance properly on there. It'll have like a little checkbox at the top for assurance.
Yep.
Oh yes, I see that now. There you go.
It says assurance at the bottom.
Yeah,
18.
but the point is he didn't need to post the full skill check to get that.
No.
Well, I needed to post it at least once so people.
See the majesty of it.
So
Yeah, that.
how much was it? 13 silver and
5.
13 silver and some copper.
13 silver and 5 copper.
All right.
But now the courtyard is repaired. Also, the wall is slightly put back up.
And in that time, you
As 4 days passes,
get your payment. The party gets 80 gold pieces. So let me just add that.
Was it 80 gold pieces?
It was 80 gold pieces.
I didn't keep track of it, so I have to trust.
It is in the loot. Well, I put the note in when you guys put it through, so
Yeah, no.
nothing changed.
I mean, 80
So
gold
80
pieces sounds pretty good.
84. Or no,
80 gold
840. 4 divided by 4. That is 20 gold and 1 silver piece for everybody. If we want to div up the loot inside the.
As it stands, there's no point divvying up. You're going to spend all of it on just.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you can
That's
just
fair.
spend the loot amount instead of each,
That makes more sense.
each amount. So you've cleared the courtyard, you've made general repairs. Now the only things left are rebuilding battlements, rebuilding walls, and rebuilding stairs.
I believe the stairs is what we'll focus on now.
Battleman's is definitely the
Yes.
last one.
So
Yes, would be very convenient.
Yeah, so stairs are the expensive part. And you would need a stonemason for this.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know.
yeah, I confirmed
The wording of it looks weird.
It
the
is. So
requirement.
basically what the requirement says is that you need to have crafting expert as well as specialty crafting stonemasonry, or you hire a stonemason
Mhm.
who would effectively have those requirements. The same goes for like repairing the walls. Is either hire a stonemason or you must have crafting expert and specialty crafting stonemason.
By comparison, if you look at the clear courtyard one, yeah, it didn't like.
It's just crafting trained or hire a stonemason
Yeah,
because
no,
they would
it's
have
just
the crafting trained.
It's just the wording.
It is the wording. I had to double check myself, so
yeah, no,
fine.
I'm just gonna kind of forget about it and just say yes, okay.
Yeah. So the stonemasonry gets a bit like, so you have a couple options for stonemasons.
Yes.
So
Laurentius.
So there is the Pasandi Bros, which is operated by a woman named Amira Lang, who Laurentius would know is the cousin of Quentino Pasandi, who owns Pasandi Bros and is also on the council. Alternatively, there is a rather new-ish person who's come, a stonemason called Rorsk Axebane, who is a dwarf and is quite new, having opened the Tuck's Head stoneworking relatively recently. There seems to be a little bit of a rivalry between the two.
I think we should go for the new guy. We are new guys. We new guys have to stick together. Some of us are new guys, anyways.
I mean, new guys arriving in the city is good for the city. So, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you want to go with Rorsk Axebane. Okay, I do need to go in a minute, but I'll just want to quickly go over this first. So as word sort of gets out that you're going to hire Rorsk, you'll actually be visited by Quentino Pasandi, who will come up to the keep. He's quite a sweet older man, like by appearance.
I don't believe it for a second.
I'll put him on the map. He's not actually in the courtyard, but
Yes.
so you can actually see what he looks like.
He's a jolly old man.
He's very jolly. But he will basically say, you don't want to hire Rorsk Axebane. No. You want to hire Pasandi Bros. Not only because we're part of because I'm part of the council, and I can make things easier, with like acquiring goods and such, but I'll even offer a 10% discount.
Dex is gonna go out to talk to him. See if there's a good
Alicia's
argument.
definitely gonna be there talking to him too.
Alright. He'll narrow his eyes and say, if you say you can make things easier for us, is that a promise or a threat?
He smiles and says, "It is a fact that I can help in council matters, being on the council myself.
Quick question.
Elected, of course." Quick answer.
What would, because Alicia has a long-term goal of encouraging trade in the area.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the most effective way? Helping the. I'm assuming it's helping Tuskhood start his business.
More than likely, yes.
Okay. I didn't know if you want me to roll anything for that, or
I think
Or
she
what-
knows business well enough
Yeah.
that she knows
Yeah.
that fresh competition is always good for business and economy.
Yeah.
Well, Alicia knows perhaps more about the economy matters and that than I do, but it sounds to me like you're trying to leverage an advantage that a newcomer could not possibly hope to ever have. And so they would never get any actual business, and so they could never actually grow, and you would benefit in the long run. Which, arguably, is quite smart, I think.
Oh, don't worry about old Axebane. Oh, he's been poaching clients from me for in the recent years. It is I that has actually been on the back foot recently.
Yeah, Alicia will converse with them and say, how long have you been in the town and servicing the city?
All my life, it's been it has been owned for a very long time. We have been providing bricks for construction in Breach Hill for the past 50 years.
Do you have any notable examples you can tell us about?
Wow, most of the new buildings. Anything that's younger than, I'd say, about 5 years. Anything older than 5 years is our brickwork.
And I am going to attempt to use deception to see if he's lying to me at any point in this conversation, as she will keep probing him.
Sure. He seems to be telling the truth about this.
Okay.
You would also know that it would be easily found fact in the archive. So when the business was created and what permits they used, it'd be very easy for Alicia to be able to fact check what he says here.
Yes. Well, as well said your reputation is, I think I would prefer to encourage new business. My family is a well-to-do caravan, in my opinion, and I trade to hopefully have them come and visit.
And I've realized that I don't actually care where we get our bricks from.
Oh my god! Oh.
Okay, as Dax sort of ties the conversation up in a bow, he frowns, his expression going from jovial to quite serious, and says,
Alicia will
"Well,"
be frowning at Dax.
and he in fact storms off, in quite a huff, actually passing Rosk on the way, as he sort of I imagine you're at the gates and they sort of cross each other's paths as Rosk comes in. And the dwarf chuckles and says, it's Basandi trying to poach jobs, eh?
Yes, I believe we have just made a new, rival for yourself and us.
I really didn't mean to offend the man. I just
Yes,
I
I
was
know,
generally
Dax.
very bored.
I know, Dax, but next time, please mind what you say.
Ross chuckles and says, "Wow, at least you know with me that the permits will be legit and not hand waved."
Yes, I also know the reputation of dwarves and their works. You are quite proud people.
He nods and says, "I would not. Um, I would not belittle. I would not bring shame upon my people for doing shoddy work, and you will find that my work is efficient and well presented."
Well, what is your opinion of the keep's work? Besides the obvious damages, how would you rate the stonework? At least the foundations of it.
Excellent. It is a master work. Whoever built it were master craftsmen. No doubt
How
about
would
it.
it fare against Dragonfire, you think?
Dax,
I think that is a legitimate concern.
Dragonfire is no small thing, as I'm sure you can imagine.
perhaps that is a concern of the future, Dax. Right now,
What?
I don't believe we have either the resources or time to delve into such a prospect.
I'm just informing myself. Besides, in the future, it would be very difficult to just switch out all the bricks, so we might as well think for the future.
There are ways and protections that we can apply, assuming the craftsman is true to his word. It shall be easy to apply. But that's for the future. Dax,
As
why
are
don't
the
you go
bricks.
look at the portals and see what else you could suss out?
Except he can't really get down there.
Yeah, he'd be able to
Next
get it
round.
down, but he wouldn't be able to get back up.
I'm sure Relani can help escort you.
I understand what you're getting at, Alicia, and I suppose we'll talk about it later. Have a good day. If you want me gone, I'll give you the moment.
Ross
Uh,
just starts getting to work. Like,
Yeah,
this-
she will start going over to Ross and organizing an administration. Saying because he seems to be taking care of the crafting check.
Yeah, that would be basically a hired NPC automatically succeeds the check.
Hmm.
The crafting check can't critically succeed, but will always succeed.
Yeah. I'm assuming crafting would be a valid role for this
The
for
admin
administration.
Yes, for admin, yes.
Okay. I will just chuck it.
Barely
There's a
success.
20.
Barely a success. Yep, just about managing.
Oh, that's good. 2 less
so
days then.
2 less days, and you're getting a +1 on the organized work. So that brings it down to 14 days. And organized labor.
I mean, who are you going to get to organize labor now?
Actually-
Definitely not Dax, because
Is it the organized labor like what role?
It's one of the social skill checks.
it's one
It's
of
one
the
of the social
socials.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whoever besides Dax, because Alicia's not letting Dax in.
I mean, I either help in this or I do like 18 days of farming and making money that way for Parsi.
I mean, you could.
I mean,
I
that
mean, it's
that
only
would,
going to take one day either way for organized labor.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So whoever has the better social rules besides Dax.
That's going to be
I
me
think
automatically then.
Yeah,
All right.
Lux has better.
I mean, I guess Laurentius, you earn money for the keeps for the keep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I will do that.
Yeah, that would help.
Wait, you have a +1 at least.
What is?
You
Oh,
make it.
Success
job.
for 10% discount.
that's
10%
10
discount.
gold off.
It is. So,
Question.
Lux is good
I
at
haven't
making
been
friends.
I haven't been adding this, and I don't know if this would affect, and this would involve a lot of backtracking. Does the gold coin token add a 5% discount to all this, or is that a no?
no.
Okay.
No, it's for different. It's for
Yeah.
other types of purchases.
Yeah, I just discounted
okay.
us from like 100 gold to 90 gold.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a lot. So if everyone can contribute to 2 gold and 5 silver pieces, and I will delete all that delicious gold from our loot pile.
I cannot pay 2 gold. I am broke.
I will loan you money.
I have 1 gold, 22 silver.
I mean,
So
I have a lot of days of working here, so I can, pay.
Would
off
Laurentius
that
like to
way.
pay
But
Dax's share then? And just pay 5 gold?
Let me roll the farming thing.
Yeah, so you're looking at
let's see
12
how-
days of rolls.
Oh, he only has to
Oh,
roll one,
12
he can
days.
multiply them by
So
12,
just-
because the way the
Yep.
crafting rule, earning
Yep.
rule works.
So
Like,
give us a
as soon as he has
Yeah, let me
a
just-
success or higher, he can just spread it out.
So
Yep.
12 days?
12 days.
Sure.
Failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
12 silver pieces.
So 12 silver pieces, unfortunately.
Oh,
well,
that could have
you
been
can-
good, but
you can take that 12 silver pieces from the
okay, so
Lux's, Dax's. I can pay for my own.
2 and 5 silver. I assume that's enough for you, Dax.
What is enough for me?
The 12 silver pieces.
I have 1 gold, 22 silver. So 12 silver would not really be enough to get me to 2 gold, whatever you wanted.
5 silver. Okay.
He's absolutely broke because he spent money learning magic. What
Yeah.
do you need him to do?
Okay, I will cover the cost, and you can just pay me 2 gold and 5 silver pieces later.
Of which, equally, Halldamir,
Mm-hmm.
Sir Barrington. Well,
Yep.
sorry, it's not Sir Barrington. Sir Grizzlesworth.
Oh,
So Gribbles the word. Yep.
I would have completed this with the courtyard. I would have completed enough training for him, potentially. It does specify DC is set by the GM, so I will just roll a nature, and you tell me was I successful in domestication.
Let's see what we're doing.
Probably not.
Ooh, no.
I'm gonna have to try again at 11 point.
All right.
So worth noting that Dax would like to have a talk with Alicia near the end of the day where the good old stonemason visited us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On that, because I need to leave in a second. So I'm just gonna round it off neatly by just quickly moving time forward.
Mhm.
The 12 days. And quickly, sort of, we can deal with this next week. But Alec actually returns to the keep. And says that basically offers his services, having spoken to the Order of the Nail, and once heard that you have become in possession of the deed, spoke with the Order of the Nail and basically said, no, these people are good and would be good custodians, and effectively securing your rights to the keep. And he would be able to provide services as seneschal or a trainer. But you don't have any training facilities, so he can be a seneschal for you right now.
He can help
We're
administer
working
the
on it.
keep on one of our behalfs.
Yes, so he can do a successful administer the citadel just automatically, just poof, done.
Oh, that saves Alicia so much time.
It just costs a little bit of money. That's all. Actually, no, it doesn't, because he's friendly, so you're fine.
He's doing it as volunteering.
He's volunteering as for the work.
Awesome. Everything worked out in that case. Because there are some things that Alicia really wants to do, but she's been busy.
Yep. So he comes in on the 17th, so it was only like a handful of days in. So he's more than capable of holding that firm. But yeah, as I said on that point, more than happy for you guys to roleplay it out. But I need to go.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for the session.
Maybe we can have the talk next time then.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
depends.
I think that's fair. We'll end here. We can pick up the talk next time as the group kind of settles in with a keep that's slightly better shape.
Yes.
Although,
Slightly. Much better shape.
Much
Yeah.
better shape.
It is not even going to look the same.
And my parting gift is some XP, but I don't think it's
Ah.
enough to level you guys up.
meanwhile, though,
No.
say goodbye to stream because I'll end it now.
Good night, stream.
Bye bye. Good night.
Good night.